So, Commander.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the record button on my stream or my video, so that way I've got that going. Oh, you're playing Animal. You were streaming Animal Crossing, like just
Animal Crossing, yeah.
Okay, okay, Shark. All right, all right.
I was testing out my capture card and it was a little bit sus.
Hey, Power Stage 2 great fun. Bro, why is your little me guy look like an exterminator? What, he's got like a full bright neon green, and then he's got
Uh
like the glasses.
oh, yo, he's a frog. That's why.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
had the frog skin
Now I
on.
see it.
I was
Now I
just,
see it.
yeah, it was pretty sus. Just some random shit back in there.
All right, so you just tell me how you would like this to go. I mean, again, I started the recording early just so it's easier for me just to kind of throw on my intro bit and then just kind of get her going.
Yeah, let me add some. I'm on like a holding total. I'm actually redesigning all of my OBS stuff, so I'm like mid stuff, so everything is a little bit off right now. I just gotta add in one quick thing.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
So, uh,
I would.
when does the game starts in a few minutes, right?
It should have started technically, but yes.
Yeah, it's sort of how that goes.
Yeah.
Let's
It
get
is what it is.
it is what it is. There we go. All right. I'm basically just keep the game screen up the whole time,
Yeah,
so
it's fine.
in between games loading and stuff. So I don't think it matters that much for this. So,
No.
all right, that's running there. I'm gonna go ahead and start the stream, and we're on delay already, so we should be all super solid. All right. There we go. All right, that's fixed. Bring it over to this guy. Okay. Machameki.
Machameki.
So we got LCG, the lowest common gamer. You got Index, Luis, Mace, Reptart. No G. Alright, interesting. I got Roach, so as soon as he's on a team, we should be good to go there.
Yeah, yeah. There. Well, it looks like it's just Kitoura's waiting.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Alrighty. Would you like to? What has stream started?
Yeah, stream is not started yet. It's got a long delay.
Oh, yeah, but I mean like the videos. Okay, because I was gonna say if the stream's already started, then we should probably just go ahead and get the intro stuff out of the way. So by the time if we have to start, then you know what I mean.
Yeah, let me just get my 1 second here.
Oh, do you want me to do Streamlabs so that way you get my video?
I'm good. I'm probably gonna do the one view here.
Okay, that's fine.
So it'll just be a map view, basically.
Sounds.
I wasn't really ready to prod today, so I'm sort of everything's all kind of a little crazy. So
Welcome to the prod side. Roach is already trying to bring me into this world, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm a caster, homie. Like,
yeah,
if I'm not casting for some of the matches, yeah, I'd rather just have the information and have the capabilities to do it, so that way I can stream and just cast with better production quality. You
yeah,
know?
exactly.
I'm not about to like flag that I don't want to cast a match because I want to do production. Like, nah.
Yeah, that's how that works.
That's not how that works. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I mean, it depends. It's weird though that like we have a bunch of casters, but yeah, there's no prod. I almost wonder if they want us to shift over to that, and like have some people step back and then just do prod because.
That's kind of
I
funny
mean,
because that was this exact same point that I made to EK when we were first talking about this. I was like, well, we got a bunch of newer people coming in, so why don't they learn how to prod? And then all the excuses of, oh, my internet connection, oh, I don't have a good video. And it's like, okay, well, if you're pushing me into prod, I'm going to use the exact same excuse then. Because
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I like having the better quality production value in general anyways, and if I'm going to be looking if I'm doing a bunch of like shoutcasting and stuff, it's not the end of the world to be following along with most of those things anyways and be doing production. It's really not that difficult in my opinion. Like you can easily do both. It won't be perfect, but you can still put out a pretty decent quality Baba Booey. It looks like LCG versus Gnomes has started.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and run the intro if you're cool with
Okay,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah, of
definitely,
course.
we'll talk about this later. For
Yes, let's do
sure.
it.
So. All right. So let me just bring this down a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stuff Shark alongside my buddy Ghost. How
Hello.
you doing, Ghost?
Doing well.
Hey.
How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Things are looking real good here. Looks like everything is working as it should be. And today it's gonna be a fantastic game. I believe it is. It is gonna be, what was it again? Is it Yakuza versus?
Yaokuza versus Kitoura.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what it was. Yakuza versus Kitoura. It's gonna be an interesting game here. It is a best of 3, I believe, for the win to move on in the DPL major here. Any predictions on the first set of games here?
Well, there's kind of the top 3 teams. There's Global Breakout, Yaokuza, and then TBD. Rest in peace. TBD is now dead. They have died and are moving on. But Yaokuza and Global Breakout have stayed around for quite a while, and Yaokuza has consistently and competitively put up a really decent and genuine fight against Global Breakout. So they are a very, 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 very good team. Kitoura, no shade or no disrespect at all to these guys, because they definitely know how to put in some work, and they know how to click a head or two. However, comparatively to Yakuza, it's kind of like how would you explain it? It's almost like when you're looking at a sword, and this is gonna be a very technical term, but you have a standard steel forged sword versus a standard steel forged Damascus sword. It's good, but this is better.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
So it'll be a very close match for sure. I'm very excited to see how these series will go. I would say it might be like 2-1 is, I think, what Kitoura is hoping for, and the fact that they are able to take a match off of Yakuza. But I think if we really when we start to look at how the rounds go, it's going to be very close. So the end result is going to show like more of like Yakuza did what they were supposed to do. But when you look into it, it's like, well, this was like a 7-4. This was like this one was like a 7-4, maybe like a 5, like 7, very close matches. But at the end of the day, I do think Yakuza is going to pull it out.
Gotcha. All right. I gotta agree. Yakuza is one of those surprising teams that has a lot of skill in the game, a lot of experience in the game, and they can really be an upsetter for sure. Kitoura, I haven't seen a whole lot of to know their strength, but I do see that the lineup includes Jet, Merchant, Dylan. Oh, this is gonna be a strong team here. I don't know. Between those two, it could go
either way.
Honestly, it really could go either way at this point. That's a really tough call to make on who's gonna win it. I would definitely give the onus to Yakuza to probably take it, but equally, I could see a bit of a good showing from Kitoura here for maybe the win potentially.
Absolutely,
definitely possible.
Absolutely. Have you gotten a chance to see some of the new maps in rotation for this new tile set?
No, I have not seen anything just yet in that.
I was playing a little bit yesterday, and I came across a map. And I want to give a big shout outs to Mr. Donut, because it is a very creative map. Credit where credit's due. It's creative, all right. But I'm very curious to see how it's going to play out competitively. And that is, it's a new factory map. I was more distracted by its beauty and its color than the name. But effectively, it is, well, I don't want to spoil, but it's a great looking map. I don't know how competitively it'll play out, but I'm really excited to see how that'll do.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter before, that really interesting map with all that interesting use of it's almost called lava, the toxic goo and gap from the factory there. It is certainly going to make it interesting for rotations and angles there to hold things down. So I am excited to see how they're going to play with this one on this set here. Between all the maps here, do you think it's going to be more attack-based or defense-based?
Well, that's a great question. I think a lot of times it kind of comes down to how the teams are feeling. If Yakuza is really feeling themselves, I mean, you can see this a lot of times as well with Global Breakout. When they start to kind of feel themselves, they're very confident in their plays, they push. You'll see them take maybe a bit more of an aggressive stance with everything, not only on attacking, but also in defending. You might see a few more mop peaks. You might see, a cheeky rotate where really you shouldn't be rotating at this point, but they want to anyways to see if they can get a Twitch clip. It's going to really depend on how the teams, once the dust settles, I would say after the first probably half of the first round, then we'll really see how these players want to kind of go about this match.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they definitely go in that position, for sure. What I am curious to see, though, is that it looks like the teams are queuing up now, so we should be getting to the game relatively soon. Weapon-wise, do you think we're going to see anything kind of stand out from the crowd? Normally, is it going to be a pretty average showing, big maps, big weapons, little maps, maybe a little smaller weapons?
Well, that is kind of how the game plays. Big maps get big guns, and little maps get little guns. So if you're on a C story, you can definitely see a lot more NAC 11s, maybe Allegros here or there. For the Allegros being the long range weapon, which is always kind of an interesting little paradigm. I definitely think if we do get to a chance to grace the beauty that is that factory map, we will probably see quite a few ranged weapons. And just as I say that, I believe we are good to go ahead and get started in getting into the match.
Yeah, looks like we are...
It's showtime, people.
Good to go. Finally, it's showtime. Let's go.
Let's go.
This is going to be a good one for sure. This is a best of 3, so the first game, it's important, but it's not going to be the end-all be-all if they do lose. Whoever wins or loses, in any case, this is going to be a strong lineup, too, for Yaokuza, Tomi, Chrome Trigger, Ghetto. Looks like that was Tomi as well, and then maybe Kuko in the side there?
I was actually in the process of writing down all the map names because I'm a nerd. But, no, I'm very excited to see also, and this is one thing that really kind of shows the growth of not only a team but the community as a whole. Chrome Trigger, originally on TBD, rest in peace, now on Yaokuza. I mean, the guy is... He's always a great spectacle within competitive matches because he's what I like to call the wild card in a match. You're gonna go at a regular standard door. Okay, well there's Chrome Trigger with an auto shotty on the other side of the door. As you kick it, you're dead. Oh, you're gonna push into bank from entrance. Well, there's Chrome Trigger in the corner with a Molotov and a big KRA2U. It's just these kind of these angles in these corners where you have to respect the corners. You have to check them. You have to look, in these specific areas, or you will get punished because Chrome will be there. And right off the bat, Operation Fortuna Vulcan here on Bank. So just to spend a quick second here on this map, obviously you've got the vault in the front lobby, so it's going to be a lot more of a button play. Since it is a bit more kind of protected, you could see a potential loans push in to try and get this hallway button, and then obviously you can get your team. Then the question then becomes, how are you going to get your team through the rest of the map to try and get to the button? Or if you're going to go from entrance, then the question becomes, how are you going to get through securities and then into the hallway, because these are some really nasty choke points.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting to see here. Looks like they're going to go for a standard plate on the entrance, but equally I could see a side split as well, or at least probably a 3-2 split on those sides here to push through and push around into Taylor's or possibly Manager. There could be a split push there.
Absolutely. Merchant on the auto shotty. I like this. Already kind of pulling out some of the power weapons and bathroom. The bathroom with the barbed wire it's a very standard, but it's such a powerful key place, because now as long as you have one guy either sitting security or on the other side of loans, you can have a very solid anchor position that is going to be absolutely nasty to try and remove. But here we go. It looks like it is going to be a 3-2 split. So going to be very important to see how these players, try and either pinch in to clear tellers or possibly try and push through to clear out security.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to play this one and if they're going to go for it all the way. It looks like Chrome is first in. Going for a bit of an aggressive strat here, going in stealthy, but also playing a little sussy on the other side as well. The rest of the defenders, though, are holding position, are in the backside of their counting. They're waiting for it to strike. Oh, there you go. Roach shooting in towards Chrome Trigger. Got some damage and almost nearly killed the guy, but is still in the fight for now. But Dylan is watching that angle, waiting for the peek. Chrome trying to shoot through to get some information. Ghetto also now in the vents, trying to figure out where to go for now. Looks like defenders are aware of the position. Rope is already rotated in security, as Merchant still hiding out in the bathroom, waiting for his time to strike. Jet also providing good support for Roach in the sides here. They're just waiting for the time to clear up. They're looking to clear Manager so far. Chrome has pushed in alongside Ghetto's Photon really aggressively. Dylan about to get the kill. No, but Photon will get the kill as they breach into the entrance. Mew's now rotating security, holding off the position, and going to be rotating away for safety for now. As Tommy's going to try and push through. They're trying to take accounting at the same time, going all the way in there. Jet's taken down by Ghetto as well. It's a double kill for Ghetto on that spray down and push through. It's not just Mew's trying to hide out, but Mew's will get their trade on to Ghetto. Photon, the push. Photon takes out Merchant on the inside. There's Tommy taking out Mew's, and that's going to be the defenders all down. First round going to, it looks like, Yaokuza 1-0.
No, great entrance. I was a little bit worried, as you'd rightfully pointed out, that Chrome. I mean, he opened this first vent and then he pretty much got slashed. But thankfully, he kind of backed off. He didn't try to play aggressive. And then first that entry shot right here in accounting. I mean, I was so confident that who was it? I think it was Photon was going to come in and get completely blasted by the gun. But no, shotguns go burr, and shotgun got Dylan. And then after that, there was a flash, I think, like right about here-ish, that I don't think that it actually tagged both of the defenders. So it really just came down to the gun game. And, I mean, Yaokuza just making it look easy. I mean, it was... I wish my executions were that good.
Yeah, that was really fantastic to see good teamwork on both sides. It really was a good teamwork on that vent push there.
Yes, absolutely.
Clearing that out, just shooting through, flashing through, that was just fantastic to see. Got to give props to that one. And it was a good hold there by the defenders. Unfortunately, though, they were kind of overwhelmed by Ghetto and ultimately Photon's massive push. Crazy aggressive, but it was very successful, as they do have a little more armor. They have a little more room to kind of go away with that stuff. But still, it's tough to come back from that one. But next map here, do you think there could be a chance?
Absolutely. Every map, every round is a new opportunity to try and either bleed some utility or get some damage done. Yaokuza was able to pick up the auto shotty and a few other defender weapons, which is always kind of nice on the attacker side, because that just gives you a bit more space and wiggle room in case things happen. Kill Dome's going to be the map, and yeah, I just wanted to real quick also include on right before the match really got started. Excuse me. There was this kind of moment where we had four Kitoura defenders all in accounting, and they all kind of just aggroed towards that location and didn't really know what to do afterwards. They all clumped up and they all spaced out, and I think that spacing is actually kind of what killed them, because in this case, thankfully, the flashbang wasn't absolutely pivotal, but had they had an extra guy in there maybe, because their securities guy wasn't going to be playing around against a Saber. I mean, that's just super risky. But either way, that's Bank, and this is now Kildome. Operation Resolute Fang, a classic.
Yeah, this is certainly an interesting Kildome map. I like a lot of the angles, but really interesting beach access here from the bottom side here, but also with clear windows. So you can see from the other side here, they're going to push through in beach. You can clearly see it nearly instantly, but red door observation could be an interesting split push as well to go into jungle and then go for that bomb defusal there, and bomb spot as well, which definitely favors this entrance here. It looks like they're going to go for that beach breach, though, and go through the base and just go around the side there. I think it could work, but it's really going to be up to defenders to hold off that push and expect to see it coming.
Absolutely. And really, it kind of comes down to how it's because this map has been played on for literally hundreds of thousands of matches. A lot of these players, with the experience that they have, it really comes down to, okay, you're going to push observation. All right, well, then we just got to cover this side of jungle. Oh, you're going to push beach. Okay, we just need to be, probably slow bleed them from pit and then try and defend this side with either way, one section of jungle is going to try and support the potential cross picks from the other side. So that's really what it kind of boils down to for this one especially. But it does look like it's going to be maybe a 3-2 split, because I see we got a number 2 here. So 5 beach, and then maybe 3 go south, and then 2 go into obs. Now, Jet is on the mop, which is kind of, again, a very standard spot, but Dylan also on the Igmar. So again, big maps, big guns.
Yeah, this is going to be a long range shot here. A lot of long battles as well. We saw Molotov out to nowhere. Definitely spicing up that observation area perhaps, but they still got to clear the pit off.
Tommy's got a door breach.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see where he's going to opt to put this one. I'm guessing putting it for jungle and go for a side breach fast. Nope, going for power.
He's going to use it to try and clear the barbed wire for a green.
Yeah, I guess it will work for that.
Yeah.
You can breach. Yeah, you can totally breach green doors. You don't have to open them if you don't want to.
Right. No, it's an interesting idea, because that'll clear the barbed wire. They don't need to use a grenade, but they are spending a red to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of a big
there's a lot being invested in this round, regardless.
Yep, that is indeed all in. They're going for the fast push here. Can he get it? Roach will take out Tommy on the push. Chrome Trigger will get the trade up onto Dylan, but can he take out Roach on the bottom is the question. So far, Roach is still hiding out for now. Taking man just waiting for the time to strike as Ghetto and Chrome Trigger will take out Merchant and Roach. Ghetto, though, still tracking down to the top side here. Photon about to battle against Muse in the face, but no, it's going to be the flash. Ghetto going aggressive against Jet. Jet doesn't get the kill, but Muse will get taken up by Ghetto. That's 3 kills for him, and the round 2, once again, Yaokuza 2-0.
Defense was going well, and then suddenly just Ghetto started to pop off. Merchant did a great job at backing off Molotov to slow them down, but Jet just didn't ever really get a good angle to try and refrag or try and get some picks with that mop. I think he fired maybe 2-3 shots, so shouldn't be too much ammunition left in that mop, but I mean, that's just rough because you need to give your mop player some range. You need to give him some space, and after Merchant backed off, it almost felt like they were just relying on trying to get a mop shot just to get the momentum back going, but they really couldn't secure it.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way. You know, we had a good attack side, and basically, you just kind of said, really, really good attack side. Defenders, they had a good idea and concept, and because this map is so angle-focused, I think they were trying to play the angles maybe a little too hard, perhaps, because they got stuck in spots where they wanted to kind of go, but they minus their timing, the things weren't going the way they thought so, and they had nowhere to kind of pull back from. They went all in on that strat and had nowhere to kind of reflectively move back to cover things. So it's tough in those situations, but still, it was a good attempt there by, ultimately, Kitoura, but definitely was Yaokuza, you know, doing their thing and Ghetto popping off, which
Ghetto popping off.
Definitely
it is what it is.
Yeah, indeed.
Daedalus Claw is going to be our kill house map, and you can already see the conversation coming out about Breezeway. That's a very classic. I want to point out they've used both door breaches, but there's still the wall charge, which, I mean, you want to talk about fantastic timing on, you know, saving your utility for the very last map. Breezeway with a wall charge is exactly what the conversation is going to be, and that's exactly what it should be. You're going to use this to pressure, and then you're going to use your guys to clear out clubs, so that way you have a nice clean line of sight. You don't have to worry about getting rotated on. So it's the pivotal conversation is going to come around this club map, this club space right here. You can have guys that'll just, you know, knack 11 and just kind of turn this kitchen into a slaughterhouse. But once you've cleared one half of the map, all you got to do is just flashbang and then just kind of be mindful of some of these angles. As long as you kind of dance around it, you should be safe. It is tough, but it is doable.
For sure, it is definitely going to be a challenge. I can see them going for the club push. I almost see the split push maybe in, or going to split push in reception. Going to lock these angles down here as well to kind of throw things off, or at least be unexpected. Because definitely, I'm sure they're going to be expecting the Breezeway push. I don't think they're going to go for the club rotation around. Maybe it's definitely possible. The only thing is where the defender's going to sit at. It looks like they're expecting the standard brick house, maybe a brick house play actually going in here and going fast in instead of going for that charge and breezeway, which is interesting to see countered. But how defenders are going to set up for it completely with that angles there. Looks like they're going for just a standard kind of hold with the barbed wires there, which is interesting. So, yeah, we'll see where they opt to go. And it looks like they're going to go for that left side stack up for now. But a lot of big weapons and small ones too. Muse rocking that Gruber. But Jet rocking the Ingmar on Kill House. That is
love to see it.
Certainly something. Although Roach on the Knack, ooh, should be spicy.
Well, it's kind of, I do like the idea that they've decided to kind of defend more of the west side than the east side. Again, they probably already know if there's a breezeway, they have a wall charge, it's going to be a breezeway push or it's going to be a brick house push. You know, something that will allow them to be a bit more competitive. And you can see, I mean, these guys are clearing. The good thing is, and ironically enough, because they're not defending Clubhouse, that's 2 flashbangs that they don't have to worry about anymore, which is, you know, essentially free utility burn. So they do secure club, which is the expected because there's no one there, but now they have to work their way through the hall. And I think what's going to happen is as soon as they push, Photon's going to breach into Brick House and try and pop off, try and get these 2 guys above Brick House, and then all they have to worry about is the southern collapse. But that's the tough part.
It's going to be interesting to see how they go for it. Looks like the rest of the defenders that have rotated into lockers and Brick House, they're aware of the play being made here to get the grenade out of the way for that barbed wire. Oh, good shot there from Chrome. Trying to shoot across from the wall there into lockers. And Tigaman as well with the saber. Trying to rattle somebody in there, but so far has not gotten the kill. No damage yet either to those defenders. And there you go. Merchant will get the kill on the Chrome trigger. Looks like Photon's going to go push through with Brick House. Ooh, a good Molotov to block off the push. Photon trying to hunt this player down. Merchant able to escape for now as Ghetto waits for the time to strike. Oh, there you go. Photon drops Merchant as Jet will take down Photon running in. Jet, though, another kill in the Tigaman trying to play it in there. Tomi's going to have to go for the push now. Jet, though, really holding on strong, battling against Ghetto here, 1v1. But Roach on the backside here. Oh, but
Dylan?
Roach, kill. There you go. Tomi takes down Dylan on the side. Oh, Jet still in the play, though, battling against Roach. It's a 2v2 here, winnable by either team. But looks like Roach is in a good spot to counter. Tomi low on health, 1 HP. Ghetto also low on health. Jet a little bit weak, but still has some. But Roach full health, full knack. Gonna go for the spray down here in a second. Oh, there we go. Ghetto takes down Jet. It is a 1v2. Can Roach come in clutch? Is it going to be Ghetto and Tomi working together to continue the lead? undefeated. Roach going for the play, and Ghetto will drop down Roach, and that's the play for ultimately Yaokuza 3-0.
Kind of heartbreaking just to watch that for Merchant, because I was actually kind of seeing what his game plan was, and yeah, he was waiting for kind of the hard commit from the attackers. As soon as that door got open, you could see the fear in his eyes as he went, oh, I didn't think they would actually open the door, and well, it just got blasted, which is so heartbreaking, because it was a good tentative defense. But then it was just like, all right, now what? And as soon as Dylan died, I think that's when the momentum really swung, because I think he got hard flashed just based off of he was hugging the wall trying to avoid it, and then he didn't really capitalize on his position, which is really tough when you're completely flashed.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of room and things you can do there when you're fully blind, especially on defenders.
Mm.
It is very, very tough to play against the attackers when they have full flashes. They know what they're doing. They have things locked down. It's tough to beat that, and I think a lot of that will come down to wall banging, which we saw Jet do a little bit of.
Yep.
But sometimes you just got to go in there and go for the kill, and when they already have the attackers in position, you're already out of time, out of position. There's not a whole lot you can do with that one, so it's understandable. But still, we've now swapped sites, and we're back on Fortuna Vulcan, the bank map that had an interesting manager split push into the entrance here. Worked out very well for Yaokuza, but now on the defensive side, let's see where they have to put their stuff at. Go for the plans here.
Well, we'll have to see if the Fortuna is in their favor, I would say, Shark.
Indeed, yes. We'll see if it's Vulcan up or not, but in any case.
Well, it does look like they're going to be planning for kind of a very similar split push. Just based off of the flashbangs, I don't think that we're going to be seeing an entrance, which is fine. I think now that we know what the maps are going to be. I mean, obviously, the one benefit to being the defenders first is while you have a bit of a tougher time knowing where to defend, you also get the luxury of, okay, now when we attack, we can go here, we can do this. There's a lot less risk. And you can already see, I'm worried about what these might be. This might be two different players sitting in vault. And then the game plan is to slowly let the defenders bleed, or attackers bleed their utility to get to the button, then work and bleed their utility and players to try and get to the vault. And then on top of that, you still got the guys that's going to sit here, and then a guy that's probably going to like try and sit and hide in this corner, so that way he has this limited exposure. Tiger Man with the mop. Okay.
Oh.
That is a very risky play, but it can also be extremely rewarding, especially if he's going to be playing this long angle here, and the attacker's going to be coming from this direction. That gives him plenty of. They're expecting an entrance.
Vault.
Yeah, they're thinking it's an entrance push when really it's going to be a manager push. Regardless, he's in a good spot, because once they realize it's manager's push, he's going to pop out and watch this long angle through tellers. And again, you got to go through the door or you got to go through the window. Regardless, it's going to take a second to get through. The question then becomes, which way does the door open? So maybe there's a little bit less, visibility.
Yeah, that's going to be the call. Let's see what they have to do here. There's a conga line from the attackers here onto
Oh,
the manager
baby.
side here. It is purely sus.
Oh, man.
Here.
The entire attackers team.
Yeah, this is a big stack up here. The defenders have gone for an all-entrance push indeed. It is a stack up. And perhaps a good play there from the attackers now. There's going to be Kitoura.
Okay, they hear that.
Playing fast in.
No one's rotated. They're not respecting this manager. Or they're not giving any credit to this manager noise. The entire team still thinks it's an entrance.
Oh, I mean, at a certain point, you got to expect the call to go somewhere else. But nope, they're taking control of there. Oh, the Dylan's trying to shoot through. I think the call has now been made, and the plan has now been shown.
They've locked vault. Merchant. Mop is not going to be used.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to get back from. That is the thing with those plays. Merchant will get the pickup onto Photon from a long way across there with the button access there. Ghetto shooting across, takes down Merchant, but Muse still trying to battle him. Ghetto, though, trying to lock this player down. Tommy trying to rotate as well in security, trying to lock down those players.
I'm going to say it. Tiger Man without the mop in this long angle is costing them this round so far. I mean, credit where credit's due. Kitoura's doing a great job at slowly bleeding. They're going to get the button, and they still have to deal with a mop in vault. But remember, there's not a lot of coverage in here. It's literally just the bomb and, a bunch of little bank tellers. Now, securities is going to be critical. There's 25 seconds left, so it's going to come down to the wire here. Oh, great Molotov. Jet's going to...
Oh, that's what they needed. Oh, here we go. Tommy. Oh, takes that Dylan's all down to just Tiki Man and Tommy last alive as Roach is dropped. He's about to be by Tiki Man here, potentially.
Nope.
No, Roach just comes in immediately.
Oh, is there enough time, though?
But Tommy, there is not enough time, actually. They're going to get the
execution down. Stopped. Yeah, it's too late.
Yep, it's too late. So perhaps good timing from the defenders there. Ultimately, a bit of a whiff on the mop placement there, but still good effective use of positioning and timing to throw off the attackers. That's another round for Yaokuza.
Yep, that was That was the best chance that Kitoura had. I think the biggest issue was, again, it was just timing. They didn't really. I mean, obviously the answer is they didn't push fast enough, and how do you calculate and accommodate for that? But there was a 5v4 the entire time. Mop wasn't even a threat for 90% of it, and when it finally became a threat, he missed. So
Yeah.
I think I'm a bit worried that the Kitoura guys might be playing a bit kind of respectful and cautious of these Yakuza guys when really they're trading out. A lot of these have been coming down to very close, 2 or 3 man, very low HP rounds. Where again, just like we saw on Kill House, had Dylan gotten that initial entry on the last 2 attackers, that round would have been over and in Kitoura's favor, hands down.
Oh, totally. It was just kind of a whiffed execution there, but still not a
Hmm.
bad concept. And defenders, it was very risky for Tiki Man to be on the bomb there, having just the 4 players in the entrance play. And it was interesting to see them delay, kind of rotate, move around, which allowed for a bit
Oh,
of an interesting retake and hold. But yeah, yeah, I'm sure you've seen now
oh.
Resolution Fang here. This is kind of what I thought we were going to see before with that charge maybe on the red door here or on a different spot.
Mm-hmm,
But this
hmm.
is going to be super devastating, this pit breach here. You're going to have full view, as you can see them drawing. All these areas in here are going to be viewable by this entrance here. Mind you, that goes both ways as well. They can shoot into that spot as well, so you got to be careful on that push and hold there from that broken window. But yeah, it looks like a very interesting strategy here on execution. So we come down to defenders and attackers really working together, and especially the defenders looking for the information on these sides here. The player here being able to spot out and call out the players going there is going to be very, very important.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to see how this pit push plays because normally speaking, when you do an observation and then a green pit push, if you will, you have this opportunity. Again, the whole conversation became which side supports the other to get the pick and then push for a majority advantage. With this wall charge, though, it pretty much says we're going to lock down bomb side, and then it becomes a gun trade, or a gunfight here through the jungle river. The problem though is while you can use this pit and there's you don't have to deal with the barbed wire, it's a huge funnel. I mean, if you have one guy sit, you can have a guy sit here or the guy sit here that's going to be sitting in the southern side of jungle, that those guys can get picked off as quickly as they fall. These, again, this map is notorious for hitting power. We saw it last round and the jungle defense. So as long as they play smart, the defending team shouldn't have too much to risk. But again, I say that now before the players have really gotten to see each other.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting push here. Looks like finally Ghetto's rotated up. Tiki Man still just holding the pit access down. Didn't see any players on that one as they had a good smoke for the execution on the beach breach. On the other side, though, Merchant is going to go through observation, waiting for the time to strike. His Chrome is waiting there with an auto shotty.
Oh
And the
yeah.
Molotov, especially on that door, going to make it a very, very spicy entrance for sure in that push there. Taking control of pit. Tiki Man on the other side, though, putting up a flare early on in the corners here. Looks like the rest of the attackers, though, are slowly pushing through pit, clearing things up, getting the access points, getting ready for the
Tommy is going
strike
to be
here.
at risk here.
Oh, yeah, Tommy is very, very open right now to this play. Here comes the breach on the side here, ready to go. Just waiting for the time to strike. Tiki Man and Ghetto holding off on the other side of the jungle
Oh,
here.
it's bait.
They are not ready. Oh, and there goes the breach. A good Molotov, though, a flip around. It's going to hold off the push for now. Photon rotating up as well as Tommy on the bottom. Oh, but Jet from the long side takes out Tiki Man. Chrome Trigger trying to recover, but notice Merchant taking out Tommy as well. He tries to drop down on the side there, but Photon takes out
Oh!
Dylan from the upper window. Merchant going in for the drop. Going in for the play here. Muse trying to shoot across towards Photon. Did not get the kill. But Chrome taken out from behind by Merchant. Oh, Merchant going in very, very aggressively. Photon and Ghetto able to clear things up a little bit, but still it is down to a 2v2. Jet and Roach versus Photon and Ghetto. Ghetto from the top side behind on Roach, but Photon in a good spot to counter. It's a 1v1 on the top side. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Photon. Roach last alive, and no, it's going to be Ghetto securing the W. 5-0. Yaokuza undefeated.
Heartbreaking.
Truly
Heartbreaking.
heartbreaking.
Because
That was
they
such-
had Chrome, they knew the auto shot was there, they found him, they cleared him out. The issue was as soon as Muse died, again they get down to these really close 2v2 situations, and then the first thing I saw was like, okay, who are they gonna collapse on? Because Roach is kind of caught in between, so Roach can be kind of, I'll just call them sacrificial flashbangs, where you throw a guy, you know he's gonna die, but you guarantee a pick. And had they dropped on, had they used Roach to maybe clear out the defender next to Bomb, now, Jet's got this opportunity where he can play around with the bomb defusal, and he's going to have the range of the Saber. Sadly, that didn't work out, and, this Kitoura team is just trying to find a way to get in here. Again, they're playing very well. Again, it's good versus good but slightly better. These guys are doing everything right to get in here. But as we saw, it came down to, at that point, Photon literally just running up the Jet and saying, "You've got a mop? That's pretty cool. I've got a Gruber. You're going to lose."
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Jet is a very, very strong sniper. That close
powerful.
against a Gruber
Extremely
is going to be
powerful.
just,
Mm-hmm.
that is GG's. Unless you are somebody amazing. But, it's tough to win those kind of situations. And it looks like on this Operation Deadless Claw, the Kill House map, another Brick House player, actually, the... interesting. Okay, they're
That's
going
a
to go all
4-1.
in, I guess, on that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, I mean, it makes sense, but Brickhouse is such an interesting position to try and go for aggro on, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Because Club, if they play defenders and Club at all, they're going to shoot through across the sides here and just ultimately dominate these angles here. It's going to be very, very tough.
Absolutely, and as you said, I mean, it's going to come down to this one guy here making sure that either this door, or I guess both doors to an extent, get shut down, so that way there's no risk. The issue, though, while Kitoura is doing this right, I think by trying to clear out one half of Brick House, I think Yaokuza did it better. They knew that they were going to eventually push Brick House, and while it was with an auto shotty, to be fair, they cleared out one half of the map. So, right off the bat, this was the outcome just from, 2 flashbangs getting utilized. Now it's going to be 4 people clearing this. Yeah, there's not nearly as much free gained, and in this case, Taiga Man with the saber. Oh boy, well, the good news is they're guessing right by pure chance. It was a 50-50. Tommy's gonna see this and probably call Taiga to rotate.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Tommy. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Long way to cross their sides. Here comes the breaching Chrome though of the perfect Molotov Muse, taking a lot of damage for that one. But Chrome in a good spot as well with that auto shotty on the side here. I don't think the attackers are ready for this one. Multiple flashes. Chrome going all in. Merchant both whiffing, but ultimately Merchant just dropping Chrome Trigger there. Unfortunate to see, but that is sometimes how it goes when you get multiple flashes in there. Ghetto trying to hold off the push for now.
Holy cow.
For sure. That is going to be aggressive. Ghetto rotating out of the way. They know they got the whole team in this one side here. Going to hold that off, but Tigaman's still there with that saber. Looking for the long shot across if they do go for the bomb breach here.
Jet now has the auto shotty. Oh my god, these flashed.
Oh no.
Jet getting him. He smells blood.
Oh, 3 kills for him. 2 of that sprayed out.
Now they gotta deal with
the Merchant though.
The saber.
Oh, Tigaman. Saber is starting to rattle those attackers. Getting for the defuse. Tigaman has to hurry. He's trying to go for the shot here. Too late to get the kill there, but it's going to be the defuse for now the attackers, and that's the final kill. It's the first round finally for the
Jet with the ace. Fantastic.
Indeed. Oh, there you go. No survivors.
No
Jet
survivors. That
first round.
I was able to get a glimpse of I think it was Muse. He prepped the grenade, and then he actually took a pretty sizable beating with some blind, through the door shots. But one of the guys shotgun opened the door, and then grenade flew right in. There was a flashbang, literally the exact same time. Coolest thing I had seen all day so far. And it was just, it was so cool. You could see these guys they're currently down. I mean, it's still 5-1. They finally got on the board. They're finally here. But you can still see the synergy and the communications there for Kitoura. They're down, but they're not out. Nowhere near.
Yeah, they are still definitely in the fight and still in the game here. They have a long ways to go to bring it in for the clutch win, but it's still anything is possible, and it is still not match point yet for Yaokuza. So it could be the Kitoura comeback here. Well, it may be a bit of a catastrophe to call it early, but still good recovery and good approach there by the attackers, defenders doing their best, but ultimately it was just the overwhelming force of a fantastic read and play there, and good overall teamwork there on the Brickhouse push.
Yeah. And frankly, I was very surprised just because, again, with putting 4 people into that brick house, and we'll switch here into a second into factory. But pushing in like that, there's a huge gamble, and thankfully because the defenders had to actually, ironically enough, the doors were kind of the MVP of that round because Taigaman was not able to really get any good line of sight as to where they were defusing from. So because of the double doors, he was like, well, they're somewhere. He's got to be on the bomb. It's just where. And thankfully they were able to defuse with minimal engagement. But Factory Operation Pax Abbott, another very classic map. And you can already see the players are planning to go for this nice, clear through server farm, and then get control over office, which gives you almost complete and total control, not only over bomb site, but also docks and a few other kind of key locations.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one to hold down there. And it looks like the plan is called out well by the attackers, but our defenders aware of the plan. They're expecting it. They have a little bit of barbed wires in the obvious spots, of course, but it looks like it's going to be a tough one to come back from if they can do it, though.
Chrome sitting in the Chrome spot. I don't know how else to describe it. A very classic spot.
Yeah.
Taiga's looking for a fan push when Jet is actually looking for Taiga to be in server. Now, that grenade's going to call that... there's going to be at least one or two people pushing for the green door. There's the standard and kind of response Molotov. And Jet's starting to work his way towards the fans here. So I'm very curious to see what the game plan is. I think the attackers are trying to bait out as... Oh, great flash. Tommy is completely blinded.
Chrome. Oh, no.
Chrome is worthless at that point. Disgusting.
Oh,
that was great.
Fantastic teamwork there from the attackers. Merchant trying to shoot there into Tommy. Tommy eating another flash as well from that second deployment there on that side there. But they're going to go for the server farm office breach here. See Tommy trying to shoot through. There is the breach into office. Photon rotating down. Going to go for an interesting Molotov onto the cargo hold spot. Dylan, though, will take down Ghetto. In the meantime, Jet, though, waiting for that fan push play to make a fantastic entrance as Tiga holds off with that mop on the other side. Oh, but there you go. Tommy from behind takes down Merchant on the angle there. Nicely done. But Tiga Man drops Dylan in that office spot there. Muse trying to trade. Not going to get the shot just yet. Photon rotating up as well as Jet has now made his way in. Saber versus Mop here. Who wins the battle? It's going to be teamwork ultimately. Muse and Jet drop down Tiga Man. Tommy from behind, though, is still in the fight. Battling on the other side here. Could be on the push up above. Oh, goes for the AP instead. It's going to be AP versus Saber here. Tommy goes in for the push and kill, but Jet drops him. It's down to just Photon last alive. Bomb almost all the way to Fuse here. Photon going for the trade, but Muse denies him. Gets the defusal, and that is the round to Kitoura, 2-5.
This is great execution from the attackers. I was a little bit worried because Jet really was not making his presence known with that Saber. Finally came in and was able to get into the site. But amazing heads-up play by Taiga as well. He knew that, as soon as he was watching Fan and then he heard the breach, he immediately started to kind of back off towards Bomb. And then obviously the wall charge went off and he was like, well, good thing I'm here already. And the two guys in office, I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised just because it was like they didn't hear the mop until the first guy died. And then it was like, oh, no, actually, it was Tommy who picked up the, I think it was Merchant, I think was by the blue door. And so then it was like, okay, well, there's just one more left. Well, I got a mop. Okay, let's just kill him. Okay. And just like that, it was, again, it seems like every time I watch Kitoura play, they get the initial advantage, but then it's holding on to it because these Yakuza guys just sneak their way back in. They're like, oh, that's a nice pizza you got there. Let me just take a slice. Oh, by the way, I took half the thing while you weren't looking. And then they like run off with the rest of it. They keep coming out of these really pivotal moments where they need to clutch up, and they do.
Yeah, it's been very, very successful for them. It's been very interesting to see it, and it really has been a lot of good, solid teamwork here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely,
looks like
absolutely.
We have Operation Mountain Sphere. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. An interesting map with a huge, huge storefront here. This is like Walmart here.
Yes,
it is
massive.
Costco levels of size here. This is going to be a big boy. And it looks like it's a little bit sussy with that leg in arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Has the backpack and freezer here.
Uh-oh.
Looks a little bit sus here, but still should be a fun time. Indeed, Amogus. It's real. Oh, man. Storage as well with the window access here.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, enough of the Among Us-itis. It's going to be an interesting strat push on the freezer side, actually. Interesting. So instead of going for the standard storefront play you'd normally see on a map like this, freezer's not a bad idea, though, going on the side of arcade. As long as you keep your angles open, it could be surprising. It's
a good call. However, and this is where I say if, the thing is this storage push also needs to go off without much cost, not much blood paid by the attackers, because the risk is, obviously, like you said, storefront's massive. I can go over here and be like, oh, I'm at Aldi's. Let me just go ahead and get my shopping basket full of stuff, and then I can, be on my way. Where freezer, it does give you some line of sight. It does give you some kind of vision. But, again, arcade can also kind of keep tabs on this. You could have your guys sitting, in storefront who can keep tabs on it. There's not a lot, sorry, I'm over explaining. Freezer can give you options. However, alternatively, you could just use a wall charge and then you'd have complete line of sight of everything in storefront and freezer. You'll still need to clear it out, just be careful. but there's not nearly as much, at risk. You can have a lot more security over it. So here we go. It's going to be a 3-2. And actually, storage is going to be more or less free. They didn't even bring a grenade, which is interesting because of this barbed wire here towards site.
But yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. If they did go for this play here, and they did... It's surprising they didn't go for the grenade option here. Not expecting a barbed wire, but both sides are barbed. So you're going to have to push there at some point. But Ghetto is in there to try and trade it and try and bring it back. On the other side, though, Photon is waiting in Freezer. There you go. Here's the push in. Can he get the kill? No, Photon will get the first kill onto Dylan. The first one on point. Merchant's still trying to shoot through here. Both sides trying to stop this push. Oh, but Roach will take down Ghetto on the push. Oh, nicely done there from the outside, but Muse trying to recover. Tommy in a good spot. Oh, he gets the kill onto Muse. Nicely done. And Jet and Merchant on the other side now working together, trying to lock down that spot. Tommy facing 2-1s. Can he survive? He's able to escape for now, but looks like Tiga Man and Chrome are in a good spot as well to trade. This is going to be a tough one. They take control of the right side, but Jet, nice kill there into Photon. Clearing up that side and allowing for them to finally breach into the map here. To take control of fridges and the freezes, but they got to go into the storefront if they want that bomb. And they want it real bad. Chrome Trigger shooting across there, trying to take down Jet and Merchant. Good flashes and good teamwork there for Tommy, just hiding out in the bathroom. Perhaps stalling, quite literally, through the side here with that knack. Chrome as well in a good spot in Tellers. They're going to rotate a little bit upwards. They're now on the bomb. It's a 2v3. Oh, but Tommy gets the wallbang kill. That's what they needed. Oh, but Merchant trades just as quickly onto Chrome. Merchant trying to end this game, trying to take down Tommy. Can he get it? Roach already on the bomb, keeping that defusal going. They have time. Oh, and Merchant just drops down Tommy, trying to trade it and clutch up. Well done there to the attackers. It's going to be the round 3-5.
I was super concerned as soon as it was like every time there was one guy that died in Freezer or Geta was there, then Photon was there, then Tiger Man was there. Every single time I was like, okay, they're gonna finally give up Freezer. There goes another guy to sit in that position. I mean, you can see they're even talking about it. Geta was like, man, had they not given up storage so freely and opened up this line of sight for the attackers, I don't think that they would have ever gotten through that fridges. That barbed wire was so clutched up so good, and it was so clean from the Yaokuza guys that it was like, how are they going to get through this? It's almost like they needed a grenade just to clear that spot and make sure it was gone.
Exactly. They didn't really have that, and it definitely had an impact on the delay of the execution there. They were able to finally get it done on the angles, on the crossfire there, but it is still very difficult to come back from on that side. But they managed to do it there against Yaokuza, who've so far been on a bit of a losing streak. They've had a pretty good rounds here, but these last couple ones have been tough for them to come back from.
Absolutely. It's just, I was very surprised by how the Yakuza guys, again, they really spaced, they clumped up in storage, and then, or storefront, excuse me. Then they kind of backed off as the Yakuza guys started, or Kitoura guys started to pay in blood. But there wasn't a single rotate the entire time. Now, to be fair, the only rotation spot that they had was barbed up. But again, they also knew that... Okay, so let's talk about this real fast. Hang on a minute. Operation Pale Invictus.
Well, wait a minute. This is interesting.
Looking kind of.
What is going on here? So you got your standard entrance, of course, but you have this access side here with this like small little mini security on the bomb. But then you have this side here vault with an interesting big bomb there. Of course, no man's box, bathroom in the middle of nowhere.
Classic.
I mean, that's interesting. Loans actually can be a really, really good push. And yeah, they're expecting the split push there. My guess is vents and then loans. This access here being wide open glass is going to be super effective to try and lock down angles and lock down the push and rotations, especially going for the bomb. So it's good for attackers and defenders, but especially the defenders. They can position themselves really, really well in the lobby here and expect to push maybe like one here, more players out here, and have that kind of split lockdown and hold. Attackers, it's going to be tough to come back from, though, and go for that push on that side. So, I don't know. This looks like a defender map to me, but let's see what the attackers do.
Well, I was going to say, I'd like the idea of having these long angles. Again, giving defenders long angles is always kind of rough as an attacker because not only is my aim bad, but now I have to deal with getting shot at in where I don't have much cover. Chrome going to be sitting in his usual Chrome spot, also known as next to the important thing that you have to go towards. And then I like that they're leaving the vault open prematurely. So if they do actually decide to commit for the loans push, well, that's fine. Then, well, we've got these long angles, we could defend passively. Or if you decide to try and go for entrance, well, the vault door is already covering us. You can't get in unless you go through security, which, wouldn't you know, there's an auto shotty there. So have fun, And then the rest of the team is kind of playing in this very passive defensive location. Again, it all comes down to slowly bleeding the defenders, or the attackers, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, it's really going to come down to the timing, if I can talk right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Chrome Trigger will drop down. Merchant trying to drop through the side there in vents.
Hashtag Chrome Trigger moments.
Dylan. Indeed, and truly it is a Chrome Trigger moment. It reminds me a little bit of Floggle back in the day.
Yes.
And still does to this day. He has those crazy Floggle pushes where he runs out in the open, goes in, guns in, and he goes in successfully. But
and here we go. How do you push security when there's an auto shotty? Okay, well, it looks like you used a saber.
Yeah. And a weapon of equal value, of course, is all that equals. And Chrome's still in the spot, though. It would be risky. They still have the bomb blocking off the access point. And there you go. They go for the button push.
Were they?
Man, drops down to Roach. Tiga Man in the position in the king spot there, and Loans shooting across there, takes down Roach. Doesn't gonna have to go and push as well, but Tiga Man's already rotated into Tellers, battling back and forth here. It's a 1v1 long shot across, but Jet looking to try and trade it up as well, but no, Jet, he does get it. Jet will drop down Tiga Man, and the bomb though.
Chrome's gonna hit the button.
Though. Oh no, it's just Dylan in a 1v2 towards the bomb. The defenders have locked it down. They're trying to get access into security.
Oh, good flash.
A Saber danger close, but Dylan takes down Tommy.
Wait, they hit the button again.
But they hit. Why? Oh no, Dylan's gonna get pushed in.
Jet did. Oh
no. That is unfortunate. But he's able to at least get the kill on the photon from behind, trying to clutch it. It's down to just Ghetto.
Jet's out of position now.
2v1. Ghetto's in a good spot here. Muse is facing the 1v1. They're out of time to get the bomb defusal, and Ghetto gets the kill on the Muse. Jet nowhere to go. Drops down to Saber. Says, no, you're not having this today. And that's the bomb going off. Match point.
If it's green, it's open. If it's red, it's closed. Yikes.
If only they knew.
That hurts. Oh, that's painful. Because you know darn well that they were trying to like wrap their head and like, okay, well we gotta hit the button. Oh no, Chrome closed the door. Wait, no, he opened it. Okay, we're gonna close it. We gotta hit the button then, because Chrome hit it. Wait, hang on, no, he opened the door. No, it's okay, we got it. It's like, that hurts.
Oh man.
The execution was working so far. I mean, they were able to gain security, but they never actually flushed out the defenders. You know, there was a match I was watching Global Breakout. It was actually the draft tournament where, we had some guys sitting in loans that I think it was the Global Breakout team just didn't bother to clear, because again, as long as you hit the button, as long as you defuse the bomb, the other team doesn't actually matter. You know, that's the objective.
Yeah.
However, because they didn't, clear the loans office, they paid for it. And in this case, Chrome Sugar did what Chrome Sugar was supposed to do. Every time the vault was open and they were pushing towards it, he closed it, forcing them to come back. Then, once they opened it, he went and closed it again. It's just, you've got to clear out those guys. I mean, obviously, but when you're sitting there in the moment, it's so difficult to be cognizant of those actions.
Yeah, it is really difficult to try and be keeping aware of everything and trying to time things right. It is very, very difficult, especially in person. Mm-hmm. And when you're out there, you're trying to get things done. You're running out of time. You got to make plays. You got to go. You got to win. They're really, really close. But they only have only one round to win. We got to go. It's real easy to make a slip up like that. It happens to everybody, and it happened in this case to Kitoura. But now on Pax Abbott with swap sides, it means Yaokuza on the attack. This is going to be very, very risky here. This could go a lot of ways. Looks like they're going for a similar push as well from server farm to office, but this is going to be a tough one to push. But I think it should be good for Yaokuza. We'll see how the defenders recover, or if they're able to block off the push.
Well, piece by piece, attack by attack, it does look like our attacking team is going to be doing something extremely similar to what our defenders were doing. So I'm thinking we're going to have kind of a repeat here. I don't know. Do we have, Jet's going to be on the mop, so nothing too wild and crazy there. But the question is, okay, so Jet's going to go ahead and preemptively play defensive. So he's not even going to try and compete against this fan push. He's saying, all right, you're going to push office, it's going to come. Well, they're all stacked up. Do we have... Okay, there are a few flares, so they are expecting maybe a bit of a power push, which, if we take a look at our attacking team, there is no NVGs, but there's going to be an extra grenade now because there's no mandatory barbed wire.
Oh, there you go. Interesting call there. Although they're on the top side with the barb there, so it's still... Oh, but Dylan, though, taking up by Tommy on the push there. They are indeed setting up for the charge here. It looks like it's going to be a fast charge in, perhaps. Let's see what they opt to do here.
He's running. He's stumbling. Photon's gunning. He's gonna... Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Please be careful.
Still in the truck, by the way. There you go. He's now back with what looks like, I'm guessing, a grenade. AP and a flashbang. So a bit of a delayed entrance there for Chrome, but that won't have an effect. Looks like Tommy was shooting across the side there at his teammate. Perhaps because he was
just a couple
disappointed that
love
Chrome
taps,
took so
just in
long.
case.
Yeah, spite check. Don't worry. Not a
Yeah.
problem. Didn't hit him at all. So we're good there. We're good there. But Muse on the
Okay.
other side
Oh
of the,
my God, Muse.
oh my God, about to eat it in the face, but
Oh.
no. Photon drops down Muse.
All right.
Definitely some shots towards those attackers though. Oh, it looks like Photon took some shots there. Ghetto though takes down Roach on the other side there in the bomb, but Tiga Man now pushing through. Oh, Jet ready for it. No, Merchant from behind will take down Tiga Man, but
Nice.
Jet trades onto Ghetto. That's what they needed to see. Merchant though gets dropped by Chrome Trigger. The fast push in. Jet now last alive here for the push and hold. What's going to happen? Photon clears him out, and that's the round to the attackers and the win for this first game, 7-3.
Jet's positioning was good. They read the office push. The problem was Jet never really pressured the office afterwards. Muse was caught out by himself. Merchant was caught out, not by himself, but after he killed one, it was like, okay, we're going to just refrag you. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 7-3, again, it wasn't a 7, it was close to what I called, but it's not on the money. But again, we still see, those were all fairly, I mean, this was probably the most, I think, definitive round between the two teams. But very close matches, and I think we're going to just keep seeing these. They're just so close. They just need to do one more thing, and then they would have gotten it, you know?
Yeah. But still, definitely not a bad push and not a bad round and performance there from either team, but definitely was the, at the very end there, the good teamwork from Yaokuza for the win in Game 1. Game 2, though, any early predictions of what you just seen there?
Well, Game 2 is notorious for always being the match where both teams are at their peak, if you will. They have warmed up, they understand each other, and now the conversation becomes, are they able to adapt to each other? We saw Yakuza, very clean engagements, not a lot of quirky, cheesy stuff. That's why they have Chrome Trigger to sit in those weird spots, and then the rest of the team kind of works as a whole. With Kitoura, it was a bit more. It was separated. They trust. Their trust comes from their trust in each other's the team to pop off where they need to. The problem with that though is Kitoura or Yakuza, excuse me, was always taking these 2v1 engagements. So even if one player was able to get a leg up on another attacker, or if they were attacking, they're able to get one extra defender. Well, then that synergy of Yakuza is able to just claw back another one. Again, one more slice of pizza for them on the way out. Always kind of looking as a team, where can I pick, where can I trade, how can I get this, and how can I get that. But I do think that it's going to be very close. The second match is going to be, I think, a little bit closer than we saw, maybe a 7-4, 7-5. But again, I am still kind of leaning towards Yakuza.
I have to agree on that one. I think Kitoura are definitely really, really good, but Yakuza have that special ability. They're kind of a team that's known for doing a bit of an upset strats, doing things that are a little bit against the book and against the grain, and it's worked out really well for them so far. In this game, it was a little bit strange on some of the last pushes there where they kind of had a hard time, but I think as long as they get the maps that are kind of in their more favor, and they're more of an attack-sided team from what I've seen here, as long as they can win they're good early onset rounds. If they can keep the attacking side in their favor and not do too badly on defensive to where they can actually win a few, I think it's going to be really, really strong, and I think we're going to see a fantastic Game 2. Definitely probably going to go to Yakuza. I'm rooting for Kitoura, but it's a long shot for sure. So in any case, we'll be back in just a bit. The teams are going to get some water, get some hydration and whatnot. You should as well, chat. Make sure you're hydrated, sitting up in good posture, not
Water
injuring
check.
yourself too badly. Indeed, vibe check, water check, hydration check, all of those fun things. We'll be back in just a bit with more Due Process. You're watching Due Process, not on the official channel, but hopefully soon. But
on the second best official channel. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me and Ghost will be back in just a bit here.
See you guys soon.
And muted. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and it looks like the teams are ready to go here.
Woo.
Let's go ahead and bring it back in here. This should be an exciting one for sure. This is game 2, of course, between... there we go. Button disappeared for a minute there. And boom. Gotta love the status there. So Yaokuza versus Nakudama. First game definitely went to Yakuza's favor. 7-2, I believe 5. It was pretty close there at the end.
Kitoura.
Coming back, though, from... Are we rooting for Kitoura? Kitoura, yes. That's what I meant to say. Definitely not Nakudama. They're playing in the other game. I got my story saved. But anyways, Kitoura versus Yaokuza, of course. It is a interesting stack up and lineup here. Game 1 definitely went to Yakuza's favor. Game 2, do you think we can keep up the momentum?
Yeah, probably. Sorry, I was loading in and I got graced with the color or the loadouts of both the defending and attacking team. Attackers looking clean and fresh as heck as always.
Oh.
The defenders, well, activating clown vision. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
But
wow.
yeah, Yakuza again, as we've been saying, you know, they are probably very easily the second best team in all of global breakout. Jesus, due process. Excuse me.
Yes.
So again, it's going kind of as you would expect, which is it sucks to say because I always love upsets. I always love rooting for, you know, I don't want to say the underdog, but, you know, the team that really deserves it. And again, also a lot of my buddies, you know, a lot of people that I know and talk to all the time. Shout outs to Muse, Dylan, Merchant, Jet, and Roach. I talk to a good majority of those guys at least, you know, once or twice a week, sometimes even multiple times. So really great people to talk to, and just great people overall. And then of course, Yakuza. They're gamers. They put in that time. They get that bread, and they click heads like nobody else. I mean, we're seeing it here live as we cast.
Yeah, they're definitely a surprise factor for sure, but hopefully we can see a good performance from these sides here and from these teams. I'm excited to see how they push on the attack side here on Till linebacker. Looks like Yakuza are expecting a long play here, long shot there with that Saber. So perhaps going for a fast buttons on fast Taller push, perhaps? On the other side here, it looks like they're expecting to go for power as well, which should be pretty powerful for the beginning set here. Defenders, though, are setting up for an interesting position as well.
It does look like they have this idea that they want to try and at least block tellers. And oh no, that wall charge says, yeah, we're gonna commit and clean tellers. So all right, there you go. Let's take a look. See. I'm kind of keeping. Yep, there's the wall charge. So they're gonna be going for a tellers push. It is gonna be to clear out basically a west to east push. I think that's a great idea. The only thing that they're gonna have to contend with is first barbed wire, and then potentially Taiga Man in what could easily be the most dangerous spot. He's got this absolute disgusting angle, but there's barbed wire there. So I don't know if he really wants to commit to that kind of an angle. And yeah, he's gonna go ahead and back off.
Yeah. That makes sense, but equally, this should be an interesting push here for the attackers.
Oh,
but Chrome taken up by Merchant there with the fast push in, lockdown. There's the breach in onto tellers. They're going to go for the shutters. Oh, there's the rotation back and forth. They flood into the storefront here. Tomi, they're trying to clear things up. The rest of the team now kind of recessing in the back there, but Dylan will be able to drop Photon on the push and hold there.
Jet's just sitting there AFK because they cut the power, so the shutters is useless now, which is, I mean, it's great heads-up play. Taiga Man the last man alive, though.
Oh. Wow, what a comeback from Taiga Man.
Cleaned them.
Just cleanly finessing the round there out of their hands. It's going to be Yakuza setting a strong lead 1-0. Only dropping to Dylan.
Kitoura.
Well, Kitoura, yes. I swear, the names are all blending in a big blender right now in my brain, and it is, in any case, with Kitoura, now that I remember, what a hold here from the sides here, but really was just Yakuza really locking things down.
Oh no, I can't wait for the big mix-up of Moonbow Crew has defeated Global. Oh wait, hang on, sorry. Global Breakout 2-0 Moonbow Crew.
Oh, no. Oh goodness, I surely hope not.
Oh, my heart can only take so much excitement if that was the case, but we'll see how that really goes. But yes, no, great play by the Kitoura team. I mean, the initial push was great. Again, the thing with Chrome, and this is the double-edged sword of playing with a wild card, or playing a wild card, is he will either get you or you will get him, and then it's always a 5v4. Or it's always a 5v4. And we've seen Chrome has been very self-aware. I mean, again, this guy plays in these very weird, awkward angles. If you expect it, though, and you find him, you will always have the advantage on the attack, as the attacker or as the defender. And in this case, they found him, they cleaned him, no damage, no significant damage was taken, and that kind of gave up the entire west side of the C store. Now, Operation Odin Dog, which is kind of a good name. I actually like that one for once.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be obviously Kill House. No pillbox, but we have a courtyard this time. So again, courtyard, it kind of acts as a reverse pillbox where everything else becomes dangerous because of these windows. Wow, big call. 3.
Yeah. Wow.
Big
Alright.
call for this kitchen push. So
wow, they're
it's,
really
yeah,
they're
it's
cooking
going to
up
be a
something up there.
reception to clear, and then kitchen to try and secure bomb, and then they want to try and utilize office as this way to kind of defend. Now, office on the defender side is a really big deal because obviously it gives you this line of sight, and yeah, they're talking about it. Yeah, exactly. So they don't
Yeah.
even want to bother trying to pinch this kitchen angle because they can. Because of the door, they'll be able to cover. But it's going to come down to the defending team actually holding basically this like angle here with club, and then making sure you have a guy to kind of wall bang and stop the barbed wire. Now again, Chrome is going to do the Chrome thing where he's going to sit in office. If he gets one guy and he dies, that's fine. They've traded. It's neutralized. If he gets a guy, then they're ahead. And again, it's a 5v4. If he gets picked, that's auto shotty gone.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna risky plays there, but that's kind of Chrome's thing. He is indeed kind of a.
And he's got ghetto support, which is great.
Yeah, and this is gonna be interesting. And yeah, Tub support. Actually, excuse me, KR support on the bottom is not a Tub. There was a Tub though on the previous round in the factory, but there is no Tub thumping on this one. Doggone, it's gonna be a fast push into reception here. Dylan, the first one in towards the fight. Merchant on the other side as well, looking to clear things up. But Chrome in a good spot in cover though. Is at least playing safe for now, but they take control of reception. But let's see how the reception goes into the kitchen, though, which is currently not being defended. Ghetto in a good spot, watching on windows in that courtyard spot there. The defenders are in a good spot holding for now, but it's a good hold and spray down there from Ghetto, but ultimately no damage done just yet. There goes the kitchen push here. Merchant and Muse going through together with Dylan on that kitchen side here, clearing up the barbed wire. Oh, there you go. The second one to block off the side there. Good call to make, but there you go. Lots of shots from both sides there. Still no damage done yet. Tiki Man definitely making his presence known. Muse taking a huge shot there, but Merchant will ultimately get the kill there onto Tiki Man for the first kill on this map here. Photon takes out Muse on the push and hold, and a lot of good flashbangs and good Molotovs as well force Jet into a very, very uncomfortable position. While on the top side, we have Tomy and Chrome looking to lock things down on the other side as Merchant has pushed through into the courtyard here, and Merchant will drop down Photon, but Ghetto takes down Jet on the bomb. Oh, it's going to be a really tough one to come back from. Oh, Chrome trying to go in there from the windows, but Merchant trying to trade up as well. They just can't access it, but Tomy should get the trade up, but Merchant gets the kill to Chrome. Oh, but Roach trades just as quickly. It's going to go down to just Tomy live in a 1v2. What a comeback. Tomy trying to get the kills here. Ultimately, it is Roach and Dylan, and it's a trade on either side. Roach actually team kills Dylan. Roach, no survivors for his team. Brings it in, though, for 2 rounds up. Nicely done there. It is 2-0.
I was curious to see when the defenders were finally going to try and pull the trigger on the rotate. Chrome was... I think that they were holding him back, I'll be honest with you, because you saw as soon as he started to push out, Taiga also kind of followed with him, but they didn't decide to go for this big wraparound. I was also really curious to see where they used their grenade, because they only brought one, and as you saw, with Ghetto dropping that barbed wire next to Bomb, it made the initial entrance really difficult. But because, Ghetto was basically the only guy kind of watching that there for a minute or two, it became this West versus East push trade. And Merchant, I mean, great heads-up play. He grabbed a Gruber, and he actually immediately dived in on Chrome, who, man, if I could count the number of times I've seen this man hit the longest and most disgusting auto shotgun ranged shots comparatively to where he just basically mag-dumped, Merchant, and he did, 50 damage? It's like,
yeah.
What's it gonna be? Are they sniper rounds or is it buckshot? The guy knows how to use the gun, but it hurts to watch when you mag dump someone with the auto shotty and they don't die. It's like that's the whole point of the gun. It's in the name.
Exactly. Reminds me of the XCOM accuracy, perhaps.
Oh, 99% chance to hit, miss. Yes, exactly.
That is basically what's happening here. Not so much IRL, but in a different game at least. But now in Operation Merlin Boundless.
Oh.
And my oh my, is this map Boundless on these long angles here. With indeed the red door push. They hopefully not bound in by that push, but equally the red door, or the green door actually on the server farm, could be a good split up and push and hold too. Only thing is Storage is going to be definitely barbed for sure. This could be, okay. Maybe it's push on office actually. That is probably the better call. Indeed, the team is a little bit more wise perhaps than we are, at least at the beginning. Good flash and hold though. It could be an interesting push and hold here from the attackers. Defenders, I'm not sure where they're expecting it.
Well, there's. I think the attackers are still trying to figure out. Okay, so no, it is going to be a 3-2 double red. So that's a
Hmm.
commit. That's quite the commitment. Now, obviously, I don't. I'm trying to kind of pull the memory out of my hat here. They went full. Yeah, it was last round was the was Kill House, and we're on round three. So they didn't use anything C store, so no, they only used the wall charge, yeah, because they went
Use
green.
the wall,
So
yeah.
yeah, so they have this utility to utilize, and I think it's a great idea. There's no reason if they've got two reds, absolutely the bomb's only over here. There's no reason for them to try and go through server. The question then becomes, how our defending team is going to deal with this. If there was a barbed wire here, maybe a bit more defensive, okay, that'd be kind of nice because then they can easily slow down this assault. And there's plenty of range here on the defending side, so they'll be able to make this work. The rush is going fast.
Ooh.
That was a fast. That is aggressive, but the Molotov's
Yeah,
going to slow it
they're.
down.
Oh, yep, just as hot and cold. It is quite literally your ice and fire here. Where there's smoke, there's going to be fire right afterward. Good play there by both teams to hold off that red door push. But on the other side, Merchant is now pushed up with Dylan. Dylan on the support. Merchant ready for the charge. But Tiga Man is not so ready for this one. He won't die to it. We'll definitely have to do a flick and a half though on office.
Hmm?
Let's see if we can make it official, if I dare say it.
Does Merchant
But
know
Merchant,
that he didn't? No. Oh, they're changing
nope,
it.
no, they're
Okay.
changing the plan. Last second call on push there. Tiga Man trying to take down this player here. Looks like Chrome dangerously close with that KR. There goes the breach. There you go. Looks like it's a bit of a trade up so far. Chrome takes out one, but gets traded just as quickly by Muse. But Get on the other side here, trying to battle out against Roach. Oh, but Ghetto will drop down Muse as Tiga Man takes down Jet. Merchant on the other side trying to get that kill there into Photon, but Tiga Man drops down Dylan once again. That's 2 kills for him already this round. Up on the top side, Tommy and Merchant though running. It looks like back and forth there. Merchant will finally track down Tommy. Running around the Rosie of storage, and now it is all down to Merchant in a 1v3 clutch attempt here. Photon holding out the angles. Ghetto on the other angle. Can he get the kill? No, he will not get it just yet. But Merchant low on health. Just an AP and a dream here. Gonna to rotate on the top side. Photon still holding out that angle as well. Tiga Man holding the other side. Everyone focused on this angle. Photon is holding this angle partially, but mostly focused on it from this angle here. So there's a chance he could get in there, but Tiga Man already rotating up, expecting the call. There you go. Photon gets the kill on the Merchant. And that's the round. Finally, their first one to Yaokuza, 1-2.
I would love to know the decision on that green call because because of that green, the two guys that were supposed to push office now had this delayed rotate where instead of going, they did an entire lap around the entire factory before they actually got in. Excuse me. And because of that, you had 4 defenders only watching the 3 attackers, and right off the bat you have an advantage. So even if you trade evenly, the defenders net 1 guy. And I would love to know because that was right. I looked at the players. Every single one of them had NVGs. The call was to go for power, but something somewhere inside the communication of Kitoura changed that at the very last minute. And obviously we saw the outcome of it. I disagreed with. I was very confused as to why they would make that call because I think it was a great decision to go double red. I thought that was they're gonna kind of expect it, sure, but still, you get the double breach, you flash, office is kind of cleared for factory, and again, it was against a Legros. Now to be fair, it was a Legros that killed Jet, who had a saber, and again, what is a saber to a man with a Gruber or a Legros, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of back and forth there. I think it makes sense to go for the play there. It had a good positioning as well for the attackers to go on that side there, but I think it really was just the possibility of surprise there to try and go in for the play. But I think it was a little bit of a slow execution, but also just good rotations from the defenders made it pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Now on Attil, the linebacker here. Looks like they're going to go for a standard play there on the front storefront with a standard breach there at least. This is now swapped sides, so it's going to be full reset of economy, of course, but now with the other side playing on defenders, where are they going to go and position themselves? They're expecting a bit of a split push on either side, but it looks like the attackers, which is going to be, of course, Yaokuza, going for the aggressive play there at center.
Well, this is, I think, a bit more of a traditional style attack. Again, you want to talk about a Walmart or an Aldi's or just this giant, storefront area. And then, some other things on the sides here. But I do like this. I think we're going to obviously be seeing the Saber coming out. Yeah, Tiger Man's already got his hands on it. And then it really comes down to how the rest of the team wants to push. I think going for maybe like a 4-1 or a 3-2. So you got 3 guys in office trying to kind of clear their way. Try and put some pressure on. Yep. Oh, we got a pause.
Looks
okay.
like we have a pause being called.
Do we know by which team?
It looks like Pause was called by Tiga Man.
Ah, okay. At Tetra Pause. Okay, well,
Yep.
interesting. I mean, Yaokuza currently
There we
on.
go.
Well, let's talk about that because usually you have like tactical pauses like in CS:GO for example, where if you see your enemy team is really getting some momentum, you call a timeout, you let your guys reset. It kind of bleeds a little bit of that hype from the other team, and you can potentially try and go for like a re-momentum shift, if you will.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
Merchant with the
it
high.
makes sense for it. Okay. Getting a little bit artistic there on the map. So Attila linebacker here has interesting angles on a lot of different sides and positions here. Not sure what caused the pause, but that is okay. We'll let the teams figure out what they're looking to do here while they do a little bit of an art class in the backside here, having some fun while they're waiting for something to come back
Shout
in,
out
I'm
to
guessing.
Snarms.
But yeah, this is an interesting set of positions here on this map and on this side here, expecting for the push on the other side. I can see it working out effectively, but equally could be countered another way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering how they're going to ultimately push back on this one. So maybe they're going to go for a push in storefront, maybe counter it with that side teller flank or bathroom flank from behind. Or they're going to let them, my guess is they're going to try and stop them before they get in here on bathroom. But is that going to be the right call to make? Because if they lose the bathroom push here with good flashbangs from the attackers, they have nowhere to go. They can go back into storage and tellers and kind of rat around the backside here, but they're going to lose access to the bomb. They can shoot through for sure for some players. Of course, Muse has that next, he can't shoot through there, but Merchant, running the auto shot, he's not going to have that room to move around. So it's tough.
Well, I think it's going to come down, and this is going to be the key point here, where bathrooms, you don't want to have your auto shotty sitting there. So he's either going to be sitting like right here for the flank, and then it's going to come down to Muse to actually mag dump this wall here, so that way he gets some support. Or alternatively, like you're saying, he just backs off into office. Now there is obviously the bulletproof window at risk, and oh boy, we're going to have 2 minutes and 8 seconds of beeping until that timer goes down. But it looks like so it is going to be a full team into storefront, which means the natural inclination is going to be the wolf pack through bathrooms. So it's really going to come down to Muse and Merchant on this entry. Jet will be there to support, but again, Mop versus Saber does get a little bit weird when you only have one shot.
Exactly, it's going to be one shot.
Oh no, they go arcade.
Can they do it? Oh, they're going all the way in on the sides as well. Chrome Trigger and Sleepy Photon. Oh, Merchant though, the auto shot. He takes out Photon, but Ghetto Trigger just as quickly. But Chrome Trigger will win the battle on the right side there against Dylan. But Muse still holding on for dear life as he battles against Ghetto. The defenders on the other side are rotating. Ghetto just drops another one with Muse, picks up that auto shotty, and goes to town. It is all down to Roach and Jet on the top side there. Ghetto takes down Muse. But Roach is still there, helping out Jet. But there you go. Roach takes down Tommy, going for the aggressive play, but they have to go for the diffuser. And they get it. They take down both, but Jet double kill on the Ghetto. That's what they needed to do. That is the clutch up for sure, and that's what they needed. One shot, one kill.
Oh, one shot, two kills.
Needs. 2 kills, excuse me. Doesn't even need to worry about it. Look at that. Saber and Mop pickup there. That is fantastic.
All right.
Back of there.
Well, how do
you call for that one?
This is a great case of I'm glad to be wrong. So far, so good for Team Kitoura. Now, obviously, the question is going to be how does Yaokuza respond? They're able to get one on when they were playing. Now they gotta get a few more because this is getting a little bit spicy here.
Oh yeah, this is definitely cooking up the spice quite a bit now. We've gone from sriracha to straight up jalapeno to now we're just straight up in habanero territory. It is getting muy caliente.
Muy caliente.
Now on Operation Odin Dog. A dog on it. This is gonna be a good map to watch here and one to keep your eyes on. A lot of big access points here from, of course, Perception and Courtyard. Being a kill house map is going to be a lot of shots across there, which you saw before. And so the crazy kind of player on the edge here. I don't think we're going to see the same approach, though, from these attackers and defenders, though.
Well, you say that, and then Ghetto just draws this nice, clean line to go, okay, we're going to do the exact same thing. The question, though, is going to be how does Team Kitoura handle this? Because last time we saw, Chrome was sitting in office, kind of just ratting about for a little bit with, who was it? It was Tigaman for support. But they didn't really get a whole lot done. By the time that they had actually tried to make some game plan happen, they were rotating back to club because the kitchen push had finally caught up, and then Chrome got caught in this corner and then just mercilessly shot to death in the corner by Merchant. So it's going to really come down to how Team Kitoura handles this play. And interestingly enough, there's no Saber. They're going to be holding onto the Saber for potentially the last round here. I believe it was Factory.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see what the game plan is. I think maybe the idea is they want to try. Okay, no, Jet's gonna actually drop the mob.
Gru-
Okay, so Gruber instead. So they're gonna be saving all of their again, big maps for big guns.
Yeah, this is interesting to call to make. A lot of APs though on attackers. This makes
Mhm.
sense to keep it eco-friendly. But they noticed the charge here on the green door here for Brickhouse.
I
Very,
like
very
that.
interesting to see how they go.
It's kind of when Ghetto, if you recall, when Ghetto dropped the barbed wire here. This is their own answer to what Ghetto did. They want to kind of make sure that nothing happens in terms of, well, okay, we're gonna keep this conga line pushing for kitchen. Okay, how do we get into brick house? Well, there's gonna be a barbed wire, and we don't want to commit 2 nades. Well, let's just use one of the breaches that we haven't used yet. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that means we're gonna probably see a red green for factory instead of a potentially double red as we saw from Kitoura.
Indeed. And so far they have made their push into reception and now clearing up the way. Good Molotov there to block off the push in office, but for now, Muse on the other side here looking to support Merchant. Oh, there you go. Merchant getting some good shots in towards Chrome, but Ghetto able to escape with his life for now, but Merchant did take a little bit of fire there. Chrome a little low on health as well. Dylan, though, holding on to the bomb site alongside Roche. This could be a double kill collateral here if they're not careful enough on their positioning, but they've taken control of the kitchen so far. Looking to cook up
careful,
something
Dylan.
on this other side here. There's the charge, Dylan.
Oh, careful!
Oh no! Dylan.
Oh!
There you go. Gets out at the last second, but Roach comes in, guns in. Doesn't get the kill, but Dylan gets 1, gets 2.
Oh my
Tommy.
goodness!
Oh, and the Molotov Jet just takes down Photon Chrome. Still battling, but Jet says no. Takes it down with the pistols. All down to Merchant. Actually, that's, excuse me, Tiga Man last alive here on the backside. His team wiped out on the push on the inside. Tiga Man, Jet trades. It gets almost the kill there. Dangerously low. Tiga Man facing just with a smoke and an AP. Oh, there you go. Dylan locks it down. That is the round for Kitoura. 4-1. Kitoura are truly gaming at this moment.
They caught him checking for rotates. That hurts. And that was about as much of an eco round as you could call it without the other few pieces of utility. Now, I want to point out, okay, they did get the clacker. Okay, they got the clacker. I don't know. There's a difference between a throw round and an eco round. That felt more like a throw round than an eco round, where eco round, you take, it's, again, we're going to kind of refer back to CSGO here. You take pistols, you take, very cheap weapons, but you still try and bleed them a little bit. That was, we're going to just hold W and go for a pacifist run, essentially, where, okay, they got Jet, cool, great, but, like, they didn't really get the big guns. They didn't get the nice stuff, and well, it happens, I don't really like the idea of just trying to throw around away just to try and get onto the next map, because I feel like they had a good execution. It's almost like they just didn't want to even bother to try and out Merchant, who, again, mind you, though he had some support from bomb side, there was one guy watching through the windows. They just need, I mean, honestly, they could have just used that breach to clear out that space instead. They would have actually gotten a barbed wire for it instead of just breaching the door anyways. They had a combat shotgun, so they could have just shotgunned the door open.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange play there for the breach and ultimately kind of failed to push down the side. It makes sense, but equally, I kind of think they a bit of fumble of the ball there ultimately. But now on
agreed.
Operation Merlin Boundless, which is it's going to be certainly a map that's going to be exciting to watch for sure. They're going for the green door push in the server farm here, but it looks like defenders are expecting it as well. So this could be an interesting head-on battle here. But they got to be careful.
Well, with all the boundless opportunities, they're picking the one space that has to be the most cramped and compact, I gotta say. I mean, you've got the entire bomb site over here that isn't even being considered, though, if I recall, I do believe, no, they did use the extra, so I think we still have at least one piece of utility, or one piece of breach from the attackers, so I'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm very curious to see if they really do have to commit for this green-only door, and so far that seems to be the case, which... Well, that explains why they're stacking up this hard.
Yeah, they're definitely going all in, and they're going very, very heavy on the flashes as well.
Yeah, there is a door charge, but they don't have a clacker.
Okay.
Oh, that's why
That's interesting.
They brought a clacker into the previous round, but they didn't pick it up, and they lost it when they had played the round. So they could have gone red, but they don't have a clacker.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
So
just on the frame as well.
Yeah.
They're not expecting it, though. They're not expecting the green door all in, so this could be a bit of a good recovery from at least for the moment here. But long term, let's see what they do, where they stack up, where they ultimately choose to breach. And Tommy on the window, waiting for the time to strike. 3 flashes. Good teamwork there on that side and push. Jet can rotate out of the way, not going to look for the shot there. But Jet already rotating up to the top side here, looking for the shot across. Can he get it is the question. holding off on a good angle here, waiting for the time to strike here. See a lot of good utility from both sides. Good grenade to get rid of the barbed wire. Jet in a good spot to counter as well. Rotate up a little bit and move around some.
They are really taking their time with this push. I mean, I'm watching through the free cam here. There's 4 people sitting on this one free door. Finally, they go in, but man, they are paying for it. Holy God.
No, Muse takes down Chrome, trying to be the first one in their solo. His other team, his teammate's not really there to support Chrome, unfortunately, though, so it was just a bit of a throw there from Chrome, unfortunately. But Muse trying to hold off that push for now, but Tomy in a good spot. They're looking to flash in, looking for the clearance. Oh, there's a lot of fire coming towards Tommy, but he managed to escape and survive.
Merchant chasing.
Merchant tracking him down and gets the kill to Tommy. But Dylan from the other side takes down Photon. But on the other side, Tiga Man just dropped by Roach and Merchant. And Ghetto taken down by Roach. What a play there. It is Kitoura on fire, 5-1.
Wow. Kitoura took that break. They woke up. And he said, it's gaming time. 5-1. An absolute, I don't want to say reversal sweep, but a commanding presence comparative to the first round. Or the first set.
Yeah, definitely was. This has definitely been Kitoura's time to shine, and it is the revenge of Kitoura.
Yes.
And they are setting the pace. They're setting the plays. Right now, Yaokuza, I'm not sure where they're at, but this is not the Yaokuza that I know.
No.
Right now, they're kind of struggling to figure out where to go, where the sides are, what to do, position themselves-wise. Not sure what is going on with Yaokuza, but Kitoura definitely had the good calls, good strats. Their aim is in the right spot. Their timing is in the right spot. The teamwork especially is effective on that map.
Absolutely. And it's just been, I mean, it's been great to watch them. I think that they finally found their synergies here. And at least in terms of the team, you can see, I mean, they're still going after those kind of one-off picks where, you know, when a player smells blood, like we just saw with Merchant, he just dived on Tommy. He was like, okay, there's other players. I don't care about them. I want you dead. And, I mean, he literally just ran across, you know, what was considered a dangerous hole and just dived on Tommy like that. I mean, that's confidence. That's such an important thing to see from a team that had just lost their first match.
Yeah. That is very surprising to see, and especially from a team and lineup like Yaokuza. This is a strong team you're battling up against as a Kitoura player, and yet they don't mind it. They're confident. They've got the lead. They've got the momentum. They've got the mind games, especially on Pat. This is definitely going to have a big impact on these teams and players here. So
Operation Hammer Bishop. I always love these names because it almost sounds like a chess move. This is the Hammer Bishop, where the attacking team is the hammer and the defenders are the anvil. And we're going to see which one breaks first here. 3-2, which is kind of a standard play here. We got Pit and kind of Power in the middle of the spot, and then Bomb right in front of Castle. So this is always one of those kind of fun conversations to have. If you have a castle or an observation, you usually either need to be mindful of it and play around it, or you need to have a guy or someone in there to make sure that, you know, the defenders don't actually use it against you, because now the blessing is the bomb is facing, you know, this direction, so your attackers will always be looking, you know, they won't be able to kind of force anything. So it's really going to come down to Jet most likely and the defending team in Castle to make sure, again, it's always a game of how much can you get the attackers to pay for a spot in blood and bodies before you really start having to pay yourself.
Exactly. And we'll see how they do it for the Castle push. You'll have at least one player.
Oh, I love this position of Muse. He'll see them coming.
This is perfect. Really, really good size there. That clear window there, going to give the position away, and the strat away especially. And on the other side there's also glass towards the beach.
Okay, Merchant's going to confirm. There we go. Oh,
right.
Hello. Not sure I agree about that.
Perhaps a little too early, but certainly doing something there. There's the smoke to block out Merchant's view there, but a Molotov early on again. It'll take down Dylan, though, in the base. Looking to perhaps be a little bit base there on the push. Merchant looking to trade it up and base at least. Looking to debase the base. Let's see what Ghetto can do here. Alongside Tiki Man facing a Black Tar and Saber at once. Jetno drops down Photon with a nice shot through the window. Chrome, wonder where to go there. At least secures the clacker back on his side. But now it is Tommy and Chrome on the other side as Ghetto and Tiki Man are working together. 2v2s. A pair of 4 now against the 4v4 here in total.
They're still trying to clear Merchant.
Yeah, Merchant's in a really tough spot here. He has nowhere to go. His flanks are exposed. He's getting flashed in the face. That is definitely disrespectful, but Ghetto will ultimately get the kill there on the Merchant. It's now they're clearing up. It's a 3v4 here. Roach trying to clear it up against Chrome Trigger, but Ghetto a good spot to counter and trade the Jet. No, drop by Tommy on the top side is Muse in the bottom, still holding out for dear life. Already on the bomb, they have to go for the counter defusal here. What can he do? He's going for the push and hold their team. Trying to take down Muse, but so far Muse takes down Ghetto. Oh, but Chrome takes down Muse. And that's the round 2 now. Yaokuza 2-5.
That felt incredibly uncomfortable in terms of defense from the Kitoura. First, they had a guy, watching for observation. Then he backed off, and Dylan just. I can understand trying to go for a cheeky pick, but Merchant wasn't really in a good spot to defend him or to support him. He was over here later, so Dylan got 2v1'd. Then Merchant was getting 2v2 or 4v1'd because of this cross angle, and his team wasn't able to support him. And Jet, I mean, again, great entry pick, but then he didn't have an angle to support anyone. It's almost like he needed to move to the corner of Castle, just reposition, so that way he had that line of sight against the Saber player, maybe. And what was up with those Molotovs? Those were so early. I mean, the door hadn't even been breached and they chucked it. It was almost a little bit of like stress or maybe even some nerves from the Kitoura team.
I almost wonder if that was perhaps a missed button press and it was
It had to be.
Fluke.
It had to be.
I mean, it's early enough when he's throwing it so early. It's basically playing it on the previous map. He's throwing it that early, which it's not bad, but unfortunately,
man's playing on 300 ping.
It. I mean, understandable. I'm on 200 myself, so I can understand how there could be a little bit of a delayed input there, but still, that is so early. It's before the stream even started. That is how early it is.
Yeah.
But still, in any case, now on to Copper Shaka. And this is going to be a bit of a shock for, I think, us to see here, as they're going to probably push manager side, maybe go for the split push on both sides. They could probably go to counting as well for a split push, pincer maneuver through the side here, maybe go for another one in entrance, 3 push.
I think a 3-2 is kind of the expected route. You'll probably have 3 through manager, 2 through entrance, just to kind of try again clear and start securing some space on this map, so you have this kind of nice big lima bean from an east to west push. The question obviously then becomes, that's sus.
That's sus.
That is sus. Even Muse knows it's sus. But the question, and this is the biggest challenge for Copper Shaka, normally speaking, is security hall. This little space right here has to be and I do seriously mean the most difficult thing for a lot of teams to either push through or defend, because you get one barbed wire here, you've got to grenade it. Okay, great. Well, then the defending team just throws another barbed wire here, and you're like, okay, well, now I got to try and push through barbed wire to deal with the guy at loans and get this, and win the crossfire. Yeah, I'll just take my L for the round and keep moving, please. And we do see Jet dropping down, so there's not going to be any additional defensive barbed wire, which is fine because, again, Jet just sits right here with the auto shotty, and now there's no way you can get into security, because how are you supposed to clear, unless you have a grenade, clear this barbed wire and then kick a door to deal with an auto shotty, and then also a guy who's going to knack you? It's so difficult. Sometimes, if only the godforsaken destructible stuff over here was destroyable, then you could just wall charge and then, at least you can actually utilize it. But because I kid you not, because there is a bookshelf in the way, the giant explosive device can't actually get through it. I don't know. It's a feature, I guess.
Indeed. Perhaps the power of knowledge is indeed very, very powerful to try and counter against. But in any case, they're now in the charge in the sus events there on the backside, looking to take control of manager and manage the rest of the round from that side there. Roach, Muse, and Dylan, though, actually the entire team, right to left, is looking to lock down this angle here. Left to right, excuse me. The direction's right there. They finally go for the breach. Roach first in there for the shots, trying to take down Chrome, Tommy, and Ghetto, who was pushed in aggressively, but still Roach in the battle here. Good Molotov there from Muse. Will block off the push early on, at least the access point from that side there, through the glass. But for now, it is a battle on this door here that you have the barbed wire to get rid of still, so they have some work to do. There you go. Here's the double, actually 3 flashes there to counting. It is definitely going to be spicy. Here comes the push-up. Actually, Roach will take down Tommy. Oh, but Ghetto trades just as quick, but Merchant trying to spray through with a knack. Does not get the kill, but definitely gets some shots down range. Chrome low on health as well, but Ghetto looking to try and go aggressive here on the sides. We do still have Jet on the bottom here, rotating as well. Holding on position as Muse now tries to shoot across towards Chrome, as they take control of the counting for now, but they still have the security side to watch out for. Merchant needs to be very careful here. They are stacked up dangerously close to this side. They are in position here. Dylan battling this close shot against Ghetto here. Again, this door frame is going to be very, very important. Here comes the play. Dylan will take down Ghetto, and Merchant will take down Chrome as Sleepy gets the trade up against Dylan. Oh, but Tiga Man on the backside. Muse will take down Photon, trying to push through. It is all down to Tiga Man, trying to go for the bomb, but has no access to it just yet. Gonna have to go from the other side, trying to go for the button, but it's gonna be too little, too late. 15 seconds is needed to defuse the bomb. Tiga Man takes down Jet, though. Nice recovery, at least 1 kill down. But Muse near the bomb here. They have the round. It's going to be GG for this round here, and it's going to be the defenders taking it. And there goes the bomb. It is
Boom,
match point for Kitoura, 6-2.
Dylan being an absolute monster in that corner with the neck. I mean, just the fact that he was able to slow them down. They knew he was there, but they couldn't get rid of him was the problem. And just by, again, being that little like corner sore that they had to try and find a way to get through. I mean, it's just so difficult. Absolutely monstrous of a task. And also great play by, I think that was either Roach or Merchant to sit in accounting. Triple flash. I mean, you want to talk about making the entire room misery. And he still found a way to avoid enough of the flash to be able to get one in trade. That was great play. Great play by him.
Yeah, there really was some fantastic work there on their sides, on their positions. Although it was kind of an interesting push and hold there from the attack, but really was, as I said before, defenders doing what they do best, defending the sides, holding out the angles. That worked out really well for him, and indeed that knack was just ultimately effective. Although this next round, it was certainly something. That is for sure. Now this next round,
yes, Yankee display. It's going to be a C-store.
What?
You okay?
Well, we'll see what we're in store. Yeah, I'm good here. I'm curious to see what will be in store for this round, though. Interesting angles on these sides. I kind of like it. I kind of think the mop on the outside and especially the saber are going to be interesting to hold.
Yep.
And fridge is being kind of open. You're not going to have that kind of wall to block it off. I like this fridge.
It's
pretty cool if I say so myself.
It's interesting. This is the first time that I think just in the normal tile set that we have seen that we were actually getting a more of a garage door instead of the hard shutter breach, which normally makes the play revolve around potentially going for button or trying to play around another angle. So again, and this is the one thing I always love to talk about, is not only the diversity of players but also the diversity of maps. Every single map is a little bit different, a little bit quirky in its own special unique way. It's not like the other C-Store's Saber or Saber Shark. It's different.
It truly is different in its own unique
way. Kind of just like, I don't know if you recall when we had the parking lot tile sets for Kill House. Those were,
yeah, I remember those.
Those were interesting. I don't know if I liked them or not, but they were, it was okay. So I'm curious to see how the players are going to handle this. It's always a little quirk, a little twist in how you have to kind of play around the game.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be the case for sure. Our storefront here, it's that set wasn't bad. It was definitely divisive for sure for players.
Very divisive. Oh my goodness.
Sure, because there was it changed the pacing on Kill House, but now with this new shutter here, I'm excited to see if they're going to use it all, or if it's just going to be basically fodder in the background. But let's see what they do here.
Playing very careful around this window. I mean, I understand why. I mean, last time we had seen anyone with a mop and a loose window, usually bodies were dropping. So understandable. Tommy looks like he's already kind of checking out this the new shutter, but no, it looks like it's going to be a potential 5 through the office.
Yeah, they're going to go for the office push instead. Merchant's already rotated out of the way, going to play safe, hide in the bathrooms, and hopefully stall, quite literally, for time. As Jet's going to rotate in here with the KR. Going to also rotate into the bathroom. If they lose control of the office center cable, they're going to give that up and allow for Roach and Muse open to cover that up. We see them rotating now in fridges. They're going all in. There is the breach into the storefront here. Nice flash here. Very, very aggressive play from the attackers. So far working out well, but Tiga Man, there you go. The kills going in favor of the attackers. Really sweeping the floor with these defenders. Roach and Muse last alive here on the backside of freezers. Getting pushed on multiple sides. Good flash, or good Molotov actually block off their aggressive push there by the attackers. Already on the bomb. They have to go for it. They're going to have to push their own Molotov there, but Tommy's in a good spot to counter it. Can he get the kill? He will get onto Roach, and Muse taken out just as quickly. That is a fantastic play by Yaokuza. Total outplaying of strats. It is 3-6. Match point still for Kitoura.
That was clean. I really like that decision to go for this wall charge. I mean, you can see like the entire team was just not prepared for this. Merchant dying kind of out of position. Jet tried to go for a rotate to try and buy some time to slow down that that Saber's presence in the game. But in this case, finally the Saber goes, yes, I do actually have the bigger gun and I will use this against you. So Jet finally fell. And then sadly the two guys that got stuck in fridges was like, well, we're going to throw this Molotov to slow you down. Wait, what do you mean you're defusing the bomb? All right, well, here we go. And, they tried to push out and make their presence, but at that point, they were already stuck in one corner of the map. But we're off to Operation Hammer Bishop again here on Kildome. With Kitoura on the attack.
Yeah, I kind of like to see Kitoura on attack. So far, Yakuza have been doing a really, really good job. They've been winning all of their attack rounds, quite a few in a row, actually. Last two, I believe, in their favor. So it is down to now the defensive side for them, which has never been the strong suit. So this could be the final one that secures their first W for Kitoura in this matchup here between Yakuza. But I think this is going to be a map that's going to be either make or break. If they lose this one, they're going to lose the set and I think tie ultimately. But it's a bit of a call. We'll see how it goes. But I think this is going to be a very, very important round here. And I'm seeing it looks like a potential charge here. That could be really, really big on Pit, where they have that access straight into the base and then go in for the fast bomb take there. I'm excited to see how they're going to go with that one, if they do go for it. But in any case, still jungle, nice access point, long way across here. I like that position. But yeah, I'm curious to see how the defenders are going to hold this one.
Well, we haven't. Again, I think this is the first time that we've really seen this map tile set kind of come into the competitive side. So I like this idea, pushing from west to east here for the team, securing beach. Beach is obviously going to be a very critical area, and you can even see they're talking about this. Instead of a smoke, as is the normal, they're going to be actually ending up opting to throw a flashbang. So I'm very curious to see, because obviously there's 2 extra windows, and then, yeah, you can already see Tigerman talking about the importance of these barbed wires, because, yeah, if they do decide to go for this breach, and I'm kind of curious, let's take a look. We do have a grenade, but Saber's going to be called, and no other charges going to get utilized. So, are they taking NVGs? They are taking NVGs. So, we're going to be seeing Pit.
Yeah, this should be a, well, hopefully a Pit performance there from the attackers, maybe a pitiful one for the defenders. We'll see, though, if they can hold off on that. Perhaps a good flare play as well. I don't see, actually, there's no flares on the defenders here up top. So that means if they do go for power, they're going to be just stuck with the flashlight and with the hope and the dream. It's going to be very difficult for them to go through there and hold it. But let's see if they can do their Ghetto is at the pit there to block off that push if they do go for it. But otherwise, defenders playing pretty far in the back there. What's they hanging out in the castle there?
Yeah, Tiger Man's actually sitting all the way. Okay, no, he's already started to rotate. This is the one thing I did criticize Jet about, when, you know, he stayed on this little island jungle here the entire match, which didn't really give him any kind of opportunity or angles. Now, Ghetto's not out of position per se, because he can easily just jump over that barricade and, you know, not give himself up for free. But we could really see these attackers are just taking their time with this push here. I mean, they need to get going here. There's the initial flash. Ghetto's still hiding here, though.
Oh, wow, Ghetto, yeah, he is really hiding in the back here, looking for his time to strike. Muse also there with the flash, looking to surprise Ghetto. Hopefully Ghetto's to fall into the lava there. It is right on either side, so he needs to be very careful on this push and hold. Ghetto going to go for the push-up. Takes down Muse, going for Dylan. Can he get it is the question. He does.
Oh, no, he roasted him.
Oh, no, quite literally.
Oh, God, Ghetto's going nuts.
Ghetto is going off. This is his pit. You don't go for it, but Merchant trying to take out Ghetto. Trying to get him out of the pit, but they go for power. They finally at least get down to Ghetto. Oh, is he gonna get it? He's about to. No, Merchant will finally end his reign of terror. It is Merchant and Jet, though, facing off in a 4v2. This is not ideal for, of course, Kitoura. But Tiki had good Molotov to block off the green door there. Merchant on the other side, though, looking to drop down the, or at least go for
30 seconds left.
On the bomb. Oh, but Merchant, good pickup on the Chrome Trigger from behind. Oh, and gets down Photon as well. Merchant's popping off. 3 kills already, but Tommy trades just as quickly as down to Jet. Oh, and Tiga Man with the LS. Just drops down Jet. Good attempt there, but it is ultimately Yaokuza taking the round win 4-6. It is down to the wire.
I mean, what do you do when suddenly you have, you know, Godzilla Ghetto just going absolutely nuts in pit? I mean, what are you supposed to do at that point? You rotate away. If the first 2 guys that you lose, the first one dying to Ghetto, the second one deciding, you know what? I do like swimming in lava and jumping in and dying. I mean, there's really, at that point, you need to either rethink your strategy or just go ahead and play passive, let your guys reset, and then just take the L and get ready. Because now we've got Tommy with a smoke grenade. I mean, it's not a grenade, but it's still, you know, some utilization that what could easily happen here is Tommy, if they decide to actually push manager, you know, you have another 3-2 split, Tommy throws a smoke right here as the push gets started. And that is the entire, basically a pause in the attack. It's not a Molotov per se where you'll do damage, but now you can't push in, because how are you supposed to push in if you can't even see where they're coming from?
Yeah, that is tough to kind of hold back from when you're trying to push down the side there and in that position. Maybe they can go on the other side trying to access those points, but it is definitely a tough one to hold. Although now on Operation Copper Shaka, you know, this may come as a bit of a shaka, but I think they're gonna not just guard on the button really well, but I think they're gonna stack up at least 2 on the vault.
Yeah. That seems to be the plan. Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to be the game plan here. And you can, oh my goodness, the spark wires. Yeah, they're already talking about, again, the Yaokuza guys are already kind of talking kind of meta here. They're like, well, we just gotta hold the button. If we hold the button, we're fine. But
exactly,
Kitoura's gonna try and go aggressive. Like you said, though, it was originally 6-1 when this string of wins here from Yaokuza came in. Kitoura just needs 1. They just need to find one, and right now they are struggling to find it. There's only two more rounds until this map is either going to be a tie, or Kitoura can bring it.
Exactly, and it is unfortunately, it is a long way to go, but perhaps a handler maneuver is necessary for these attackers. But if there's going to be a map to do it on, I think this might just be it. I think they have a lot of things going for them that could make it pretty effective, but equally Tiga Man setting up for the breach here. Oh, interesting. He's saying for a lobby position here. I think it's possible. I think there's a chance that Kitoura can finally lock down the W in game 2. That or we're going to see a tie, which is equally as likely. But let's see how they go here and what this team ultimately decides to do.
Well, the conga line's guiding me to think it's going to be a 5-man on the entrance, which isn't that bad. Roach a little bit late to the party here. Not the end of the world because, again, Tommy's going to get vaulted off, so that's now a 5v4. So right off the bat, you're good. Smoke is going to stop any potential cheeky teller play, and they're making pretty good headway in here. Now the question is, where is that breach going to get? Oh, the breach got used. There it is. There's the door charge, or the wall charge, excuse me. All right.
Yeah,
they're in. I mean, that's great. They completely ignore the potential barbed wire. Now, if they had an extra grenade, they could clear this, which would be great. But look at this. There's 4 different guns looking at this hallway.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy here. This is a good strat and good call here. The problem is they're going to hold off that angle for dear life because if they lose this button, it is GG. Oh no! And Tiga Man just immediately melts Dylan. Dylan, no chance to survive that one. It is just a whole lot of fire, but he gets through. Jet, he manages to hit the button, but tosses him his life. But Chrome will take down
Merchant.
They're gonna have to
Merchant goes big.
He's on the bomb. He goes for it. Takes down Tommy. Tiga Man trying to rotate the position, but Ghetto takes down.
Oh God, this is gonna be close.
Oh no! Will he get it in time? Yes, he will. And that is utter destruction from the side here. Oh my goodness, the defenders. A bit of a crazy strat there. It was a good idea in concept, but definitely came down to execution and just time not on their side. It is going to be Yaokuza taking the round 5-6 now. And what a crazy conclusion to a interesting approach there.
I liked it. I mean, it was unique. If they just had a grenade, a grenade, my kingdom for a grenade. What, is probably what Merchant and Roach were screaming at the top of their lungs. Is, oh, that's so heartbreaking to watch. They were able to get on, but it was so sad because the last attacker was not able to just fend off the horde of defenders just Zerg swarming him. He just couldn't stop them all, sadly. If he could give them maybe 4 seconds. 4 more seconds was all he probably would have needed to defuse that bomb, and then this set would have been over.
Yeah, that was that was certainly something for sure. And I think it was a good execution, good concept, but ultimately it was indeed that grenade. If they had the timing there, they could have pushed the button fast, gone for the fast play, gone for the fast defuse there. But ultimately it was just a set of serious or unfortunate circumstances at least. But now on the final map for this match, Yankee Display for game 2 here. This is it is all down to a map with an interesting new design for the storefront here. Perhaps maybe more seen in the future. The kind of garage door entrance here versus your standard position here. So yeah, I'm excited to see how they're going to push this one, if they're going to the standard way or go for something a little bit more offsides. Looks like the defenders are setting up for a storefront breach though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, this is kind of an interesting position here to hold. Yeah, no, you're good.
I was reading a chat and they were just popping off. They're like, "Let's go, Muse," because Goose is going off.
Man.
But yeah, no, we got some shout outs to the the due process community that's actually coming over here, appreciating the real community stream. All right, don't worry about that main channel stuff. That's got like a production staff. All right, we running this.
Yeah, we're our own band here.
Literally. Conductor, instrumentation, production. We got the whole ensemble in the back.
Exactly.
But 6-5. Wow. Shark, give it to me. What are you feeling right now? Because Yaokuza probably feeling themselves after going up 4 back-to-back rounds.
The comeback is real. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see if they can certify this one as a tie, or if finally Kitoura can stop the reign of terror that so far Yakuza have brought from the grave. It was a total stomping of Kitoura, but now it is Yakuza coming back in control. Who's going to ultimately secure this one? It can go either way, honestly. Both teams have been pretty even back and forth here. There's the charge in bathroom. Ghetto in a rotation as well, looking for the shots across. Jet shooting for his office. It's getting very spicy here. It is going to be a tough one for the win here. Let's see what they can do. Tiga Man rotating as well. Ghetto holding in a good spot. Chrome, right near the teller spot. They're going to locate him in that spot. They go for the open shutters, but nobody's back over here. So probably more for information if anything else. But Mew is trying to shoot across into Photon there. Did not get the pickup, but Jet is now rotated out. He's going to go for the flank from behind, but Sleepy is ready for it. Goes for the peek on the outside, but Jet will take down Photon indeed as they take control.
Jet rotates.
Jet, another kill into Chrome. Oh my goodness. Tommy trying to stay alive here, but Jet taking some shots from Get Up, but ultimately still alive in the fight. But there you go. Tommy will take down Jet. Oh, ends the kill, but ultimately Merchant will get the kill on the Ghetto at least. Evening up, and Dylan will take down Tiggy Man. They're going for the bomb defusal there. Oh, but there you go. Dylan takes down Tommy, and that's finally the win
7-5. Let's go, Kitoura.
Wow.
Holy
it is down
cow. You could see the nerves from the players.
Yeah.
You could see it. I mean,
all
first,
display.
Taiga with that miss. I mean, had he gotten that headshot, Jet wouldn't have rotated and gotten 2 for his trouble. I mean, just that literally, it came down to that first shot. The fact that Taiga missed. I mean, huge. Absolutely monstrous of a situation. He saw the kick. I don't think he was confident in getting the headshot, so he kind of just shot thinking there might be someone next to him. And that just gave it to him. And then just with that rotate, getting the shutters open, and then Jet was able to rotate, and then obviously with the windows open, you got your defenders are getting a little bit sussed, if you will, getting a little bit nervous, and they just got kind of funneled into the center of the map because they were afraid of all angles, and then it just became cleanup season for Kitoura. That was so well executed.
Yeah, that really was a fantastic demonstration of teamwork, and ultimately it was a good comeback, almost, for Yaokuza. It really was. Just a good showing from all sides there and all positions. I happen to notice here on the scoreboard, Floggle is coming in on Yaokuza. That is big developments.
Oh, they're working out like big guns. They're worried.
Yeah, now if they have Chrome Trigger coming as well with Floggle, that could be an amazing time here. Photon really good at locking down angles. Tigman also really good at locking down positions. Tommy especially really good. Good support player for Floggle and the Chrome Trigger strat there. But 2 Floggles on one side is going to be absolute mayhem. I'm excited to see it. And it looks like the teams are going to go for a quick break here, as will us as well. Take a quick little break here. We'll be right back in just a few minutes with the final game in this setup. It is Yaokuza versus Kitoura. Both teams tied with 1 round. Game 3 in a few minutes, 5 to 10 perhaps. Be sure to keep your eyes open and be sure to follow the channel to keep up to date with what's going on here. Back in just a bit.
See you guys soon.
Sounds good. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. How is it going?
Howdy, howdy.
Of course, joined by me is indeed Ghost. Indeed, here we are, back into the mix. The teams are queuing up, getting ready to go here now. So we're getting back into it in a second here. And it looks like they're already in the match. That was fast.
That is fast. Holy cow.
That is indeed fast.
Great timing, though. Holy cow. Good calls. Good calls.
Indeed. It's going to be a fantastic one here. We have Roach, Jet, Merchant, Dylan, and Muse for, I believe, Kitoura. And for the other side, Photon, Floggle's rotated in for Chrome Trigger. Now that is big news.
Yeah, that to me is, again, they saw the wild card. They were playing the wild card, but the wild card wasn't working. So now they're bringing in a gunner. Floggle is, to say Floggle is a gamer is an understatement. This man makes Global Breakout sweat. Okay, casually. The man casually does that. That's how much of a gamer Floggle is. He was also on TBD. Rest in peace. When they were also gaming. He's a great guy, wonderful player, and extremely skilled. There's a reason why, when TBD, rest in peace, were still playing, it was Global Breakout, Yaokuza / TBD. It literally depended on how those guys were playing, and Floggle was on that team, and he was there for a reason. But
exactly,
we're on Kill Dome for the first round of this one and final match between Yaokuza versus Kitoura. Oh, joining match in progress. Hopefully.
Don't worry, we got a good view here if you need to. Let me go ahead and bring this on over for you, buddy, just in case you need it.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Because sometimes things are a little bit buggy. That is sometimes how the cookie crumbles. And on Operation Free Union, we have a lot of union of it looks like the dueling of the Sabres here. You've got Sabre on the outside, Mop on the other side, trying to battle it out on the beach and base here. For perhaps a base take on the long side from observation as well. A lot of information to be gathered. Observation can be a huge important factor in this game here for defenders. Attackers going for a bit of a split push here. Going for the red door up in the jungle here for the bomb. And on the other side, beach being the breach point for the other side for the information spot there. So
all right. Well, looks like I was lucky to get in.
Alrighty.
And so yes, Operation Free Union, love it. Big observation spot. I mean, obviously with Mop in, able to kind of potentially get a cheeky base push, or big base pick, excuse me. That could, again, it all comes down to that really key initial pick. But like you said, jungle red door. That's aggressive. Again, that is them trying to run in there, say hi, you're dead. This is the bomb. First round to Yaokuza, Kitoura, excuse me.
That's the goal at least. I think there's a chance they can get it, but it's going to be a long one to do, and definitely going to be a challenge for sure. Floggle coming up the top side here, looking for information, playing a good support role for the other push. Meanwhile, everyone is focused on the beach and a bit of observation as well, which is interesting to see that. Tigman in an interesting spot there up on the top side. If we can go to his camera here, going for info and observations.
There's 3 defenders sitting in base. This is, I don't want to say it's a first time to see, but I mean, I think usually the meta almost dictates you kind of almost give up base, and then you have maybe one guy sit cheesy.
Yeah. Kind of go for a spot, maybe ratting under here, or maybe going for a spot like in here to try and go for info, but no, they're going all in, and it's going to be a D-Day. Oh my goodness, Muse. It'll take out Tommy at least after the onslaught of damage there. But then there you go. There's Ghetto trying to recover for it, but there you go. Muse pushing up there with Roach. Trying to lock it down, but Dylan will take down Floggle on the top side here. They take control of the bomb side as Tigman tries to hold on. Tigman going for the pick, did not get the kill. Oh, that is not good. But Merchant is low on health, so they did at least get a shot in. Not enough for the kill, but Photon does take down Muse.
Ghetto needs to be careful. Yeah, he got caught off.
Whoa! We get the kill. Oh my goodness. What a comeback. It is down to just Photon, last alive on defense. Photon.
They hear him.
Oh, and Dylan just tracks him down. Dylan, 3 kills. Easily the MVP. Secures the first round there to Kitoura. 1-0.
It literally came down to that door push. I mean, I think it was Dylan and Merchant coming in from the red completely caught them off guard, and then Ghetto, he just stuck around and he went through. First off, he went through jungle, which was odd. I feel like maybe the observation rotate would have taken more time, but because he ran through that, I mean, died instantly. And then I liked this beach defense. It was different. It caught Jet off guard. Muse also died there, but then it was like, okay, you've gotten some good damage. Just back off. Again, defenders have to stop them from getting to the bomb. That's their job. That's their only goal. You don't need to get these big fragger moments to win the game. You just need to make sure they don't defuse the bomb.
And unfortunately, it was the defusal in that case, and I think it was a good. The strat was well played there, and it was a good recovery from ultimately Kitoura. But Yaokuza, they had a good idea, but ultimately it came down to gun battles, and unfortunately they lost those, which that is kind of
It is what it is.
There. So
Yep.
you hit your shots or you miss, and in this case it looks like it was a miss. But in any case, we're back now. Well, actually, we're going to now kill house, kill dome.
Yeah, I heard you saying that.
Clover Tide. Interesting pillbox on the bottom here.
Oh, this one, yes.
That's, very, very cheeky.
Dylan doesn't like it.
Well, this, yeah, he says no. I don't. No playing, please.
Yep.
Which,
Yep.
Understandable, especially for the attackers, because if they try to play on the bottom side here, they're going to be shut out by the pillboxes here, or even out here, especially. Really common to see on this map and in this setup where pillboxes are on the outskirts of the maps there. So it's very, very risky, very, very risky business. But equally, they could go on the other side, which they'll probably do and go for maybe I'm guessing a push reception. They had a pretty good. They did use one charge so far, so they still have two at least available.
Yep.
So they maybe go for a hull breach, maybe on this, but.
So there's two different ways that you can play this, and it really depends on how the next map goes. I always spawn in late, so I never get a chance to really look at what the next map is. Is it a factory by chance?
Or
is it bank?
See.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, buddy, I did not spot it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So the reason I ask is because what you could do, arguably, and this kind of comes down to player preference. The idea is you can either go through office, work your way through kitchen, and then try and get into backstage and then bomb. Or alternatively, you go all the way around, you go into a hall, and then you can try and either just push through the green and then get into bomb. Or alternatively, you risk it for the biscuit, you go through pillbox to get into reception, and then the door charge. To get into backstage, just try and clear this kind of basically you cover the only the two entrances that you can actually get into for the bomb. The risk, and this is where it looks like from the lineup of the guns that we have, and mind you, Dylan did find and secure Mop. The guy sitting in pillbox. There's usually, if you see Clover Tide, always assume there's a guy in pillbox and just be careful because, I mean, like you said, Shark. As soon as you get, right basically past this little nook and cranny, you can get turned into basically a bleeding SpongeBob effigy.
Right, literally on the outside there, it's a total sacrifice. It is not advisable, but on the other side, more understandable. The problem is, still in pillbox, you can shoot through the side here.
We do have the door charge, or wall charge, excuse me. So they're still going to do it. So they would rather burn a little bit of time, go the long way, go the safe way, which I completely agree. Floggle trying to listen. Oh my goodness, maybe. He really could just mag dump.
He could, and he's just waiting for his time to strike here. There goes the grenade. That's going to indicate the plan. There you go. Here comes the shots from Ghetto and Tommy spraying through wildly, trying to hit something, but so far nothing done just yet. It is getting spicy though. It's starting to cook up a little bit. Floggle just waiting for his time to strike there.
Well, it wouldn't be a kill house map if the entire room didn't get turned into a gun show. There's the wall charge though.
There you go. Oh!
Whoa! Floggle gets deleted.
Tommy. Oh no, Merchant gets stabbed by Ghetto on the other side, but Jet will take down Tiga Man. Oh, it's a comeback for the attackers who got trying to recover it. See if he can go there, battle against Muse here. 1v1 on the top side, trying to go for the shots. Kill did not get it, but Jet and Muse double shooting across here, facing 3 at once here. Ghetto's doing as much as he can, but Photon from behind gets the kill to 2 of Roach and Jet. Muse trying to recover it, but Dylan now facing a 1v1 on one side, Photon on the other. This is a 2v2. This is winnable for either team here. 50 seconds remaining. Bomb defused more than half away here. Dylan just has to get the kill onto Dylan to stop the defuse, or it's too late. Muse will get Photon. He gets the kill, but it's too late. Oh, unfortunate. Muse still alive, as is Ghetto. Are they going to go for it? Yeah,
oh, of course they are.
Still battling. No, Muse is trying to get the shot across here. Ghetto just hiding out for now, but Muse is going to keep the cross here. They're not done yet. The round's over, but they're still fighting. And finally, someone pulls them out of the ring. They're done. Defusal going to the attackers there.
Put me back in, coach. I'm ready.
What a round.
Whew, that was. I mean, Photon. Again, it comes down to these wild. Like, it literally just comes down to who's gonna pop off this round. These teams, I don't want to say they're evenly spaced because so far we've been seeing Kitoura really showing themselves here in the second and third matches or sets, and it's Photon pops off, then suddenly Ghetto pops off, and so the Yakuza team are staying alive because their players are just getting these crazy one-offs where now I think that dynamic has shifted. We're seeing Kitoura every time that they play. There's always someone there to secure. There's always someone there to cover. Now in this case, the rotate was just absolutely fat with a PH here from Photon, but it was so clean. It was great play. Again, especially with Clover Tide, you can assume that there's going to be a wall charge, so you can play like there's going to be a wall charge. I think with Floggle going into that pillbox, trying to maybe get a cheeky peek, again, you can assume he's going to rotate there, so you can assume that if you aim there, well, Floggle's going to show himself. And then Floggle died for basically nothing. So they're kind of their pinch player not really making a lot of presence here after not one but 2 rounds of Floggle's entrance into this series.
I think sometimes that goes down to positioning and just timing on lanes and stuff.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. It's all about timing.
And especially on this map, and in entirely a due process there, it is all about the effective timing, teamwork, and communication and coordination. And so far, it has not gone in the favor of Yaokuza. But still, I think this is the round that maybe we could see the comeback here from ultimately Floggle and the rest of the Yaokuza side for the first round win. Otherwise, it looks like a pretty good stack up here. We're seeing a good use of the Saber here on the top side of the Jet. Muse also rocking the KR. This is going to be a big round. Merchant and Roach rocking AP still. Very, very good weapons. Good all rangers. But especially long ones on Jet, Muse, and Dylan should be interesting for the long peak. My guess is split push. Probably 2 Roach and Merchant on the other side here. The rest of them are going to go probably Boiler with the green door access here.
It seems to be the case here. And let's take a look. Looks like it is going to be... hello, Molotov. What is going... All right, well, I guess they're going to sacrifice a Molotov to the Molotov gods for better RNG on their hit detection.
Understandable.
It's a strat, I guess. We do have NVGs, so yeah, this is going to be a real, actual red commitment on Office this time. Floggle going to be not out of position, but he's going to hear it. Now, he should just back off, but he's going to stick it.
Nope, Floggle... He doesn't back away from anything.
No, he doesn't.
He's gonna die. He's committed. He's Satan hungry, and he's gonna devour this team if they go for the push here. And right now, it looks like the other team is looking to lock down Boilers while they're gonna take control of Office. Floggle.
They got into power for free.
Power.
Yeah.
That was free real estate for him there. Ghetto takes down Merchant in the meantime on the crossfire there from a long ways away. Still a good Molotov to block off the push on the Office, while on the other side, the battle between Ghetto and the rest of the team there is still on occurrence. But, Tommy just gets melted by Muse. Good Molotov, at least on the top side by Ghetto there. Is going to force him to hold back a little bit and go for a approach on the other side, perhaps, as Floggle still holds off that Office push for now. It is getting spiced there. Tiki Man on the rotation as well. Photon holding off that angle against possibly Jet. Both teams here playing very, very spicy, looking for information.
Dylan just needs to leave. There's no reason. He knows that someone's watching this angle. And that Molotov, the Flash tries to go. Oh no, he gets him anyways.
Oh, Dylan still gets the.
Oh my God.
His advantage going in the side. Roach trying to take on Tiki Man. He will get it. Photon trying to trade up against Roach, but Muse and Roach working together. Will take down Photon. It's all down to Ghetto in a 1v3.
Don't count out the Godzilla
Ghetto,
lava monster just yet. He ain't done.
Yeah, Ghetto. Oh, he is a surprise factor for sure. No grenades. Doesn't want to worry about it, but facing it's the kill to one. Dylan. Muse and Roach still battling. Oh, but Roach gets the flick onto Ghetto and will secure the round for Kitoura. Once again, 3-0. They win the set.
That is a great and commanding start. A great commanding start here from the Kitoura team. Not only did the Yaokuza team bring in a new player and hope for some kind of switch up, but now I would think arguably comparatively to the set 2 where it was a 2-1, it's now a 3-0. Their switch up has failed so far. Now to be fair, there's a whole lot more that's going to be going on. We got 9 more rounds before this is decided, because currently it's tied up 1-1 with well, Yaokuza, I don't know. I'm feeling a bit sus. I'm feeling a bit sus.
Yeah. So we have Dome up next for Free Union, so swap sides. This is an interesting one where I think we're going to see a pretty interesting stack up and change up, I think, from the Beach Breach, perhaps. They could go for the standard play, kind of like, again, like on the red door here. It's possible. I kind of want to see them actually go for a Beach Breach and a pit push on the backside to pincer together.
Okay.
That could be big, where they go in on this side here, they take control of observations, they get the access for everything here at full view, and then go and push fast into the green door here. Go for fast play on smoke.
It's a strat. Yeah, there's a lot of risk to that. Primarily because now it does isolate your guys in your defending team in observation, and then it kind of comes down to, can you clear out these guys? frankly, I really did like how Kitoura kind of used this red door up here. Yeah, I really like this red door a bit more. The pit push can work, but obviously because of these funnel angles that you have with the defenders, you've got line of sight from observation. It gets a little bit dicey, which it can work. Again, these guys can pull off things that I wish I could dream to do in my in my sleep. But this feels a bit more kind of, this is where we push, this is where they'll defend. Anything past this line is dangerous.
Yeah, I definitely gotta agree on that one. It's definitely been the case so far, but maybe the changeup could happen, but
Yes,
probably not
yes.
today. At least on these sides here. But Floggle is somebody who plays out of the box, doesn't play to your standard kind of strategy either.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
maybe do something different, maybe not, but it may just end up going for the safe approach here. They're so far down 3 rounds, so maybe going a little crazy might not be the call, but maybe it is the call to make.
That's
We'll certainly
true.
have
I
to
mean,
do so.
switching. We've seen it against when Yakuza plays against Global Breakout. I made this distinction when I was talking with Benny. Global Breakout is a very mechanical, methodical team. They do this, they do that. At this time, they play. Where as long as you try and kind of change that up, you slow them down. If you stop a Global Breakout push initially, they will. It's almost like they consistently lose the round. I would love to see if we had like an analyst or a stats guy to talk about that, but with Yakuza, they know how to be a little bit creative. They can be a bit weird and finicky at times. But this initial push is going to be extremely important here because, again, this sets up the tempo for the other 2 rounds.
Exactly. This is going to be all on this round here. And Roach so far battling dangerously close on the bottom side against Ghetto, and the rest of the team stack up there. Good Molotov early on the red door there. Looks like they're all just waiting for the push and time to strike as Roach is in the base there. Looking to base a few shots, hopefully towards some attackers. Just waiting to go here. There we go. Looks like the charge is already
Great
done
flash.
on that top side. Yeah, that was a really, really well cooked and well positioned flash there. Merchant in a good spot. Oh, Ghetto takes down Roach on the base. While on the top side there, Jet will take down Floggle on the outside push there. Tommy, nowhere to go. Has to kind of battle his 1v1 with no cover. Oh, but he still wins the battle while on the other side. Looks like Dylan will be taken out by Photon. As Merchant will take down Ghetto in a nice shot and spray down there. Tommy trying to track him down will get the kill on the Merchant. It's all down to Muse in a 1v3. Winnable from observation, but it's going to be a tall order for Muse. Already on the bomb. Muse has to go for it. Has to run through pit and try and make it over in time. I don't think he's going to get there in time to stop the push and stop the defuse, but maybe stay alive to keep the eco for the KR, perhaps?
Perhaps that's definitely an option. It's a strat. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like these teams are gonna just go ahead and defend each other or back up, play passive. It's not gonna be the Wild West shootout we saw between Muse and Ghetto there at the round of Kill Dome or Kill House.
Seeing a little bit of there at the end there.
A little
Photon
bit.
trying to go against Muse, though. So.
That's just them door checking to
little
see if they might be hiding against the door, but yeah, nothing too wild.
Yeah.
That was clean.
Still,
That felt a bit more organized, a lot more independent. Again, as we'd seen from Kitoura when they did that. In this case, the guys at the top kind of played this 2v2 battle while there's the 3v3 going on. Where with Kitoura, it was more of like the 2v2 guys, they got one, and then the guys from the lower end actually started to push up, creating this sandwich effect, which is when Ghetto got caught out by the guys at the top. And there was that timing between the team that really was such great execution. Now with this one against Kitoura, or for Yaokuza, excuse me, again, it was 2v2, 3v3, you deal with your problems, we'll deal with ours, and then we'll just go for whichever side's doing the best. And in this case, the northern side, the two guys managed to get themselves up there quick enough that the northern defense for Kitoura just wasn't able to sustain.
Yeah, it was just a solid position and ultimately solid play there from the attackers and defenders. But finally, the first round for Yaokuza, again on the board here, maybe could be the tale of the other side here.
Yeah,
they are again a very attacking side position and team. So I'm almost wondering if this is going to go the distance to be a full-on tie for Game 3 and go into overtime.
That would be great.
And I think of all the matches I've seen so far today, there's just being this one so far, and especially for this weekend, I think this is almost going to be guaranteed OT. But, pause.
Pause.
There we go. We're good. We're paused. All right, so I
Okay.
guess somebody crashed out. Not a problem. I think this is going to go the distance. Because right now, Yakuza are super good on attack. Defense isn't as strong, but just on the other side of that, though, Kitoura are really good on defense. And they're not so good on attack. So it's just like back and forth. Both teams are good at the opposite side. So I think it's going to go 3-3, 3-3 down to the end and ultimately be a tie. That's my call. How they get to that one, or if a team drops it, is still a thing that can happen that can affect ultimately the win. But I think it's going to go all the way.
I would like that. That would be fine. I think we can all agree getting an extra round. So actually having four, set or 3 rounds, three sets and then a sudden death would not be the end of the world. Though what happens if we see a sudden death tie?
So, if there was a tie,
Mhm.
I believe the rules are basically first to 4 wins. So
Oh
it'd be like
wow.
a game of, I think, casual. I
Mhm.
believe. You have to confirm that though. So not that is just a
EK, what are you?
Well, we'll get someone on that one for sure. But I
Mhm.
believe that is the case. It'll basically be played first to 4 wins. So they'll play 3 sets or play so 6 total rounds, first to 4 wins.
Mhm.
So they have to play. So
Oh, okay. Makes
it'll work.
sense. Makes sense.
Yep,
All
yep,
right.
yep,
Well,
yep. So it's
let's.
kind of like a casual game.
So we're back here on
Yeah.
Killdown. Goodness gracious.
Kill House.
Kill House. I've done it. I've made the goof. We had seen it before where that wall charge was extremely impactful for the attacking team. How do you think that we're going to be seeing them handle this
Ooh.
defense?
Defensively, I'm curious to see where they position themselves. It looks like they're expecting a standard push from
It's
multiple
looking pretty
sides. They're
standard,
expecting
yeah.
reception. It's nothing too unique in that regards. I mean,
Mhm.
Kitchen is still being left open, so my guess is they're going to push through, maybe force them to try and play in Kitchen, then go for a backstage and kind of club pre-fire through the walls here, is
Okay.
my guess. But it's kind of risky too because Kitchen has a lot of cover to it,
Mm.
so it's not as easy to try and. It's a good idea to funnel them into, but we're good. Unpause. There we go.
Oh, there we
I'm
go.
paying
Alrighty.
attention.
Excellent.
Big
Excellent.
Gucci. There we go. All right.
Now, I did see a giant big red X here from the Kitoura team. So I don't know if they're actually planning to have anyone sit inside that pillbox. It'd be interesting because at the end of the day, you usually want to have. It's a weird case of like you shouldn't play for it because it's risky, but you should play for it because if they don't like you do and you do, then you could easily get some free damage. So I'm curious. Jet's on the auto shotty again. So no mop, auto shotty instead. Very interested to see. So we got a grenade. We have a clacker. Wall
alright.
charge. Yep, there we go. There's the wall charge. So off we go. And pretty much a very similar setup, just holding reception here. No one in pillbox. Again, I think this is probably for the better because look at this. You have they had almost 2 separate
Wow.
guys watching for pill. So they're going to just kind of roll in here. And Merchant,
Alright.
very close range here with this gun. He tried to catch Ghetto.
Yeah, he was trying to go for the shot towards Ghetto, but ultimately had to escape. PR in that kind of a situation is very, very tough. It is doable, but definitely going to be a challenge for sure. We're going to go for the green door breach. As you can see, Muse and the rest of the team, they're just a huge amount of fire here. Indeed, the fatal funnel is right here.
Mhm.
You do not want to be in that spot. Good need to get with the barbed wire there, but Muse, good hold for now. But Roach in a good spot with the knack. Goes for the spray down towards his team. Gets a lot of damage.
Oh, he
There
gets
you go, the
Tommy!
kill to Tommy. Finally gets the wall shot there. Ghetto trying to clear it up as well. Roach spraying wildly across there, trying to find something. Lots of flashes. Jet,
Oh
though,
my
gets the
God,
kill.
Jet!
Auto shotty, just wiping the floor. Just turfs them down to the grave. Flago and Tigman last alive for now. They're going to rotate out of the way. Tigman, there you go. Need to get the clacker out of there. Has the charge on the outside. That is a good call to make, but Tigman needs to take that charge and go hide for now. Flago needs to provide support, but Merchant on the outside though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be risky. Oh no, but Merchant gets the read on Floggle. Tigman will escape with the charge at least and the clacker, which means they could go for an aggressive peek on the outside. Tigman ultimately going to be able to escape and take the money and run.
Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he's way out of
He's
there.
out of here.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's a
is
big
gone.
deal though. This completely
Yeah,
stops the
that's
momentum
big.
from Yaokuza.
Yeah, this is big. Big. They lost an attack round, which would normally be in their favor.
Mhm.
Losing that quickly is going to be huge to this round change up here. So perhaps the 4th game mystical chance probably not going to happen for the tie, but
I cry.
still, you know what? I think if Kitoura come back and win this one, I would be very surprised and be proud of him.
No, absolutely. And I just wanted big props to Jet. He literally sat right here, and I don't know if it was just amazing timing or he kind of heard it coming. As soon as he heard those footsteps, just dong 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 dong. That auto shot, he started going wild.
Oh,
Oh, Dylan.
we got a snapping.
Dylan.
Oh, a little too cheeky there on the angles there. A little too slow on the draw. It cost them his life, unfortunately, but that's how it goes.
Well, now if they lose the next round, I have to give Dylan trash for doing that.
Yeah, well, that
I don't
is,
think he had any
high
utility
risk,
on him.
high reward.
But
No, it was probably just more of a YOLO strat, which, It is what it is. It is a life lost. It is still money lost for your team, and of course,
Right,
being on
right.
defensive sides, it is expensive. You have a lot of extra utility for defenders compared to attackers. Where there's a lot of APs you can grab. There's a lot of
Hmm.
black tires you can grab if you need to. You have more room to be flexible like that.
They've
On
got
defensive,
money, honey.
they do indeed. And Fang Banner is the last
Oh,
one to make it out of here.
factory.
Oh boy, this is going to be a factory that cooks up something, that is for sure. The Fang Banner, this is an interesting map, right? A lot of long angles here.
Yes.
We saw previously Foggle try to cover this one, and actually Dylan beat him on the peak, which is pretty surprising for sure. Of course, more attacker health is going to be a little more easier to survive those, but still
Sure.
not bad by any means. But now, I'm excited to see where they go for this strat here, what they approach.
Well, my memory seems to be blanking on me because I don't. Okay, yeah, they are calling Jet for the mop. So this to me is a confidence booster right here. If Jet is able to even do some damage in Boiler and then back out. Actually, real quick, sorry. This just came back to me. I wanted to point out that Roach with that knack at the entrance when he closed the door and started to kind of book it. He actually handled that flashbang so well that he got out. I just want to point that out. He got full flash because I was watching his POV. He mag dumped, got full flashed, closed the door, and then booked it down the hallway and didn't die because. And then again, Jet. I think Roach was actually like this perfectly timed bait because that's when Jet started to unload through the wall with the auto shotty and just mincemeated the entire attacking team. But yeah, now that we've got Jet here on this Boiler peak, this again it can all come down to setting up the momentum. You get a pick. That's a 5v4. You're already feeling good, especially when you're up 3 rounds on the attackers, and the attackers are Yaokuza. It's a good day to be Kitoura. It's a good day to be Team KT.
Yeah, this is Kitoura's time to shine, and so far they are shining very brightly up on this setup here in Game 3 especially. Game 2 was an interesting one. Finally the win there at the very last second, but now it is up to Yaokuza on attackers to push through and hopefully bring back some rounds in their favor. It's 3 away from the win for Kitoura. Many more for the Yaokuza team to do, but let's see what they can do here. Looks like they have a good setup for defensive on the office side here, but also in server farm, looking to cook up something up there in the servers. But Jet on the spotted Boiler. This is going to be one to watch. Can he get the
he sees the wall
very aggressively. Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh.
So Jet was
They're
watching, and this little door charge just comes sneaking past the window, and he tried to blind fire through the door. That was amazing.
No, that was...
So they know there's a wall charge coming somewhere. They're probably going to be expecting docks at this point. And that's where it's going to be going. They do still have the, I believe they have the breach ready for, yeah, there we go.
Red
4
door
off.
breach, there you go. And Molotov cooked perfectly to perfection there. That is what you want to see. That is textbook Molotov performance there. Breach charge, boom, Molotov. That is that's how it should be timed every time. Of course, sometimes there will be issues, of course, in positioning and timing there. But let's see what Floggle. Oh, he's going to go right through the Molotov. Doesn't give a care in the world. Gets the kill to Roach. Goes for the battle against Merchant, trying to track him down. Floggle able to escape for now. Goes for it. Looks like Power. But Power is, indeed off. There goes the dock breach at the same time. Floggle now pushing through, trying to battle against Merchant and Muse. That Muse holding the angle on the top side.
Oh.
And Floggle gets the kill to Merchant. Floggle popping off. This is the Floggle I like to see alongside Ghetto on the top side of office. But Floggle gets the 3rd kill onto Jet from a long ways away. Rocking the AP like a champ. Oh, there you go. Floggle 4th kill onto Muse, but Dylan's still alive in the fight. But Tomi will get the final kill. It's a 4K for Floggle. It's his round, and this is his map. It is Yaokuza taking the round 2-4.
Almost like kind of a redemption arc here, as we were watching him, when he was holding this long angle, and we've been talking about him for quite a while. Finally gets a 4K on the board. I think he's finally woken up. I like that we saw Jet kind of back off. He took the shot. He tried to play a little aggressive, then he backed off. But then once the power got hit, it's like I saw there was 2 guys sitting server farm that just weren't really sure what to do. They didn't really get into a good angle. There wasn't anyone to push. I mean, basically, it started off as the push came like this. I mean, they just got some additional support here from Docs, but it's not like they didn't know where the attackers were coming from, So I'm very surprised. I don't even think there were no flares.
There were a few flares, but I just noticed that somebody died at the last second there to a teammate's Molotov that they threw on the ground post round.
Uh-oh.
Someone was playing a little bit of too much hijinks there. Got barbecued in the meantime. That was Sleepy Photon, I believe, who got barbecued there by Floggle's Molotov.
I believe it should be okay because that was the 6th round, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, so it should be okay.
Yeah,
It's
be fine.
It's fine.
Still probably not good for your ELO though, so if that matters to you. But results may vary on that one. But in any case, still a fantastic round there from Floggo, and really from the Yakuza side, doing what they do best, coming back in and just doing things, I wouldn't say uncoordinated, but definitely against the grain. And that's very effective in their approach.
Absolutely.
So, now, though,
on to Bank.
I'm excited.
Operation Osmandius Archer. Shout out to
Hey,
Osmandius.
the Ozymandias, yeah.
Oh, that's
awesome.
how you. Reading is hard.
It's tricky sometimes.
I want to read it as Ozymidas. Or
yeah, or Ozymandias or something.
Yeah.
There's a couple different ways.
OA. Operation OA is going to be it. It's going to be Bank. It's going to be, well, again, we do have the team Kitoura on the defense here, and they are going to be, well, I don't know. I'm curious to see if they bring them up. Because, again, with Bank being first, and I think there's a factory last, it's this weird balancing act of you're really putting all of your eggs into one basket on whether or not you want to bring it. I mean, we can obviously see Tiger Men already grab Saber. They're going to be bringing Saber. So if they choose to save Mop, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. They'll have it for either the C-Store or the factory. If they don't, well, if they do, then, again, there's a huge gamble being played here. And, yeah, Jet decides to grab a Gruber. I don't see Roach grabbing it, so it's going to be Saber is going to reign supreme here in the lobby, and you can already see that. They're planning for a lobby push.
Oh, this is going to be interesting for sure with Tiga Man on the Saber there. Really is a fantastic shot there with that Saber. Ghetto. I'm excited to see where Ghetto and Floggle opted push here. Ghetto is really known for aggressive strats, kind of like Floggle. A little bit more, I would say, kind of to the grain and kind of do standard positions there from Ghetto, but still can be a surprise factor for. But defenders are also going pretty heavy on the bomb too, which is two stacked up there. It looks like no, those are two KRs. It almost look like a tub, but no, not quite. Silenced and regular Gruber and Roach on the KR. So pretty big weapons for Bank. Let's see if it banks out for him though. If that check clears, or if it's going to be a round for ultimately Yakuza on the push. See what they can do here. So far, slow holding, waiting for the time to draw. There you go. There's the charge. Multiple smokes on Tellers and on the bottom side of the vault there.
Well, they're expecting a Mop that isn't here.
Oh, true.
And they didn't bring a wall charge from what it looks like. So they're usually the meme is to kind of wall charge, hit the button, and then go for it. But in this case, it's not there. So they're going to have to go the distance. They're going to have to go the long way.
Yep, which means they're going to have to face Dylan and Roach on the button alongside Jet as well, guarding that position. So Dylan about to be surprised by Floggle here, perhaps. There is the breach. Dylan now aware, hey, there's probably somebody over here. We'll get the kill. Oh! Will actually clear out Dylan, despite having the advantage there. Oh, but Roach will trade, taking out Photon on behind him there. But Tiga Man, as support, takes out Jet, which means Ghetto's now going to be able to push down and take out Roach. But Floggle gets the kill first. Steals the kill, and indeed, it is now down to the last two defenders on the bomb. Tommy waiting for the peek and chance to do it. But Tiga Man also aggressively peeking with Merchant here, with Tommy at least, to try and clear it up. Good Molotov to block off the push for now. It is all down to the guns, and who's going to get the shot first? Will Merchant get the kill? It's a four-man push on the bottom side here. It is team v team. Another good Molotov from Muse. About to be a third good Molotov as well if he times it just right. Again, don't let Floggle push through there. Here we go. There comes the push. It's too late. Floggle's in the position. Oh, it's going to be Floggle. Tommy clearing it up, securing the W for Yaokuza. It is 3-4.
Yeah, two-man defensive vault doesn't really work out when there's still plenty of utility and your players didn't really burn a whole lot of it by trying to hold off the button. I mean, Dylan, pretty much, the door got kicked and he was like, oh, wait, you're not on my team, and then died. Roach was thankfully able to kind of get the re-peek, but after that, I mean, Jet also fell over to, I think that was the Saber. Let's take a look here. Yeah, from Taiga Man. So, again, they really didn't burn a lot of them. I mean, the grenade had to be used for vault, clear that out, but look at all this barbed wire here and counting. That just wasn't even a factor. That's a lot of utility on the defensive side that, you know, maybe better positioning, maybe even saving it for the guys for vault to utilize, but it just didn't give them what they needed.
Exactly. It's unfortunately in that situation, and it was a good attempt at a strat call there, but unfortunately was definitely a misplay, at least by the defenders. But that's how it goes sometimes. You hope to hit all your shots right and get all the calls right, but sometimes teams do something a little bit different, and unfortunately for them, it was countered very well by the attackers.
Yeah.
Indeed, that is how it all shakes up and is made up. But now moving on to the next map here, I think we're going to see maybe Kitoura come back in to make it 5-3. That or the time to come back from Yakuza will be real. As Floggo's warmed up, he's popped up. We're on, what is this map? Nimrod Trigger. Interesting naming, perhaps. Storefront, again, this is approaching IKEA scale. Got a lot of furniture here on this sides here and here, perhaps. Not sure what they're going for, but an interesting map nonetheless with some unique pink corners, some nice accessories to help give it some perhaps natural lighting in the inside there. But it looks like a charge in office. Green door fast charge to the bomb. I'm excited.
Okay, yeah,
Ooh,
those
let's
are
go,
strats.
go.
I'm not sure if I agree with them, but you know, hey, let's get it. Let's see how this goes. I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Where on paper it sounds goofy as all heck, but this is the kind of stuff that breaks global breakout, and there's a reason for that because it's so far left field. You know that you don't even like. Okay, yeah, they'll go green, then we'll probably have to deal with this door, and then they'll probably kind of come through this door. No. Wall charge. And now they have line of sight over a bomb, and now you have to deal with this. Now, to be fair, this is an absolutely dangerous murder funnel here that you just need to have a little bit of, self-awareness, and you could easily throw one Molotov, and that whole thing is pushed. And now you still have, this nice defensive angle. So this will be interesting. This will be the momentum shifter if Yaokuza is able to pull this off.
I think so, but the other thing to keep in mind too is you have somebody on the attacking force named Floggle and Ghetto.
Yeah.
So Floggle and Ghetto are known for not caring about Molotovs and just running straight through it and just saying, the heck with your timings, I'm just going to go for it, because as long as you get down fast enough, you can escape a Molotov pretty quickly.
That's true.
Those
That's very
two
true.
are especially known for, so maybe it works. Maybe they can expect the call. We've seen them kind of forcing the funnel here. Side blocked off here, and the top side still left open, but Dylan is holding off in phaser, so Dylan will be the executioner on this firing squad at this position here. So we'll see how this strat works, if it does work out for him. We see Floggle and Photon on the other side of Shed here, looking to open things up. Perhaps give a call here. Merchant's going to have to face the entire might of the team here in one spot here. Merchant going to say, maybe not. I'm going to hang out somewhere else, perhaps, as they clear up office here.
He ran across the entire team. Oh, this is huge!
Oh, no!
Merchant with the first.
Merchant and
Dylan!
Oh, no! Dylan, oh no!
I think they had that door open. Yeah, they did. So they saw them rotate through, and so got Floggle for almost free. There's the door charge, but who cares?
But Dylan's in spy. Yeah, it's too.
Here comes Jet with the rotate.
No. They're committed. Tommy's going for it. Tiki Man gonna be taking shots. Tommy going for the flank up. Tiki Man will take out Jet, but Muse trees just as quickly, trying to go for the button. It's all down to Tommy, but Dylan says no.
Destroyed.
Oh no. The failed execution there from Yaokuza.
Wow.
Tossing the round, but wow, it was over before it even started. They had a kind of a crazy plan there, but man, what a way to go and what a round to go there.
I think this is a classic case of the competitive mindset versus the casual gamer, grind set. Where on paper, I mean, it's stupid, but it could work. Where it's like, okay, yeah, but hang on, let me throw this through you. Auto shotgun. It's like Jet just came in and was like, oh, hey, that's cool. All right, now I'm going to rotate. Okay, you got me. Cool, whatever. Oh, by the way, my buddy Muse, still on side of sight, is now also going to peek. You're dead too, so now it's a 1v3. I mean, that was just, again, you can see the Kitoura guys they're synergizing so well. Like, there's no way Jet told Muse to peek because he was happening to also look at the wall, the breach, space at the same time. That is purely players just knowing the timings of everything, and that is fantastic to see. But it's a kill dome.
Good stuff.
Operation Pig Point.
Oh boy, it's Pig Point. What an interesting map and an interesting position for the bomb here, facing towards the backside of the wall here. So yeah, indeed.
What a name.
It'll be hogtastic if I say so myself.
Oh god. Yeah.
Hopefully on point for Yaokuza, and maybe they come back a little bit closer in chance, but otherwise it's going to be most likely Kitoura coming back in for the clutch win. It would be exciting to see. Exciting to see how they play this one. They're going to go for the pit push on point to go on this side here, and then maybe go through onto the jungle there, run through, gun through, and hopefully survive long enough. Maybe the beach split push.
Yeah, it could work. I mean, it looks
outside there.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, I think that's probably the best move because you're gonna need to deal with the mop that literally has free reign. Because if you don't, literally everything that the light touches is the mop's domain, and that is a lot of critical space with the bomb included. Or alternatively, the mop could also back up into this spot here, and again, same thing. These absolutely dangerous lines of sight.
Indeed, although that could be countered with some good, and looks like we do see that being called by Ghetto. A good smoke.
Yes, absolutely.
Smoke
Absolutely.
Here, boom. Completely nullifies that mop, which could be a big detriment. Jet is indeed in position there, rocking the strat that was called out, or it's probably expected for now. But the stack up on the bottom, though, interesting. So Dylan's going to be facing in the bomb, so it's going to be a lot of work there for Dylan, but it's still rocking the KR. Almost thought it was a tub, but no, it is a lot of KRs here on the top side. Mop and Ingmar on Roach, so it's going to be a lot of long weapons. Although this is a very, very big kill dome map. So let's see how they go here. Digman and Ghetto looking to clear things up, waiting for the time to strike. On the other side is the pit push from Photon, Floggle, and Tomi. Let's get us coming up the beach here. Jet waiting for the time. Looking for information. Should see, there you go. There's the good smoke from Ghetto there. Allow them to push through. Tiki Man still holding off as well. There's the push into pit. There's the power going off. Roach now in a good spot here, or at least a somewhat good spot. It's a good flare on the side here of the door. There is the breach. And so far, they're able to push through, take good control of most of the map here. But Jet in a good spot is rotated to the other side, as we called before. Now holding off angles here, here, and here, up on the top area there. It's going to be a tough one to push. Still, everyone alive. No damage done just yet, but Roach is a little low on health. So did take a couple shots there. Jet going for the peak. Okay, it's almost all of Photon there. A good body shot there, but not enough for the kill. But definitely is aware of his presence. Tomi gets that flare out of there, out of the map. There they go for the push up on the top side of the jungle, but Jet looking to try and go for the shot against Tiga Man. It is Mop versus Saber here on the top side as Jet looks to hold the other angle down. There you go. Moose will take down Ghetto on the push. That is a nice long shot across there. But Photon's still battling. Oh, and Tiga Man wins against Jet on the top side. As on the other side, Floggo takes down Dylan. Muse trying to take down Photon. Goes for the shot, doesn't get it, but Tomi trying to trade up will not get it either. Floggle, everyone's focused on Muse, but Merchant in a good spot, goes for the shot against Floggle. Doesn't get the kill, but Roach also in a good supporting spot. Looking to spray down against Tommy, but there you go, the trade up back and forth. Floggle still battling against Merchant there. Muse actually shooting at his teammate, at Floggle there for a second, as he should have be, and Floggle wins against Merchant. It is down to just one player of Muse.
It's
Muse
doable.
Kill the Photon. 1v1. Who's winning this? Muse versus Floggle.
3H.
Down to
Oh, he gets some!
Oh, it's Floggle. Floggle wins it. What a clutch from Floggle and from ultimately Yaokuza. That's what we needed to see, and that's the comeback. Not a lot of time, but that's all he needs. The final set, starting in just a few seconds here. What a comeback from Yaokuza.
That they had maybe like 30 health between both of them.
Wow.
That
was
nuts.
look at that health. That's 1 HP. 1 HP in a dream, and he's got it. The dream is still alive for both teams here. This may just go the distance still. This very, very well could go all the way. Wow, I'm excited to see this one go. And what this next setup's going to be. It's going to be the opposite side. So the same maps, which means we're starting with the Bank, C-Store, and Kill Dome. So this should be an interesting bank. We saw Ozymandias Archer here. An interesting position and spot on multiple sides and multiple positions. But whether they go for the same entrance push or maybe go for a manager, red door push, might be the call to make. I mean, Kill Dome had some interesting spots, and indeed that C-Store as well had some interesting angles to it. Although the Kill Dome, or the Kill Funnel at least in that C-Store map made it pretty challenging. At this point, it is a Kill Dome and a Kill Funnel in that C-Store in one spot there. It is a little bit of magic. But unfortunately, the magic might just run out. Indeed, here comes the way we kind of expected before. The button to bomb, fast button, run fast as you can, you know, go psycho on the entrance there.
Go crazy.
It's going to be interesting to see them go for it and how well they can execute it against a team that's known for being aggressive, which is going to be, of course, Yaokuza. So Kitoura, they got along. They're going up against the greats for attacks. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, excellent. Sorry about that. I was, of course, with 10 minutes before my going to be very fiercely competitive match against Global Breakout. The Boombo crew is just trying to organize everything, so I apologize for the...
Gotcha, yeah, not a problem, not a problem.
Yeah, that was just figuring that out. But we are, we're kind of getting everything in order, and now, we're back on Bank. 5-4, I mean... That was such a clutch up moment for Floggle, and he's starting to show him, he's making his presence known again on the team. He's really here and he's showing up now. So good to see. I mean, we've been waiting for Floggle, to make his presence known, especially after swapping for Chrome, who again, the wild card of the team has now been switched out for, I think, arguably a more stabilized player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Floggle is a different kind of beast to Chrome Trigger. Chrome Trigger was good. He had good ideas kind of from Floggle's concepts, but was not quite the Floggle that he is, Floggle is now. Floggle is a long-time experienced player, been playing for many, many years, knows his strats, knows his ways, and knows how to finesse the maps and finesse the team strats that people don't expect. And it looks like there is a bit of an expectation of the strat here. Photon at the button, ready to go.
Look at all the Molotovs between Tommy and Ghetto. That is quite a bit.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very spicy entrance.
Oh, no! I instinctively wanted to type cringe in the chat. Oh my god.
They're gonna go for the
Auto
button.
shotty
Bridge jet.
Oh god.
Oh, Photon.
Oh
It's
god.
2, but Roach just trades. But oh no, this is not going to plan
Oh.
at all. Things
Oh,
have gone horribly wrong.
oh, everything has gone wrong. They
Oh
need to back
no.
up. They just need to go ahead and pull the plug on this
Just
one.
eco the round.
Yeah.
Just
Save the grenade,
get
save
out
the
of there.
clacker, just get out of there. They have
Like,
no reason to be.
What is going on here?
Oh.
Wait, they can save the clacker right now, but they opt to throw it away instead.
And
It's still on
there's
the
a
ground
grenade.
here.
Fluggle's gonna he's got to find this grenade,
Fluggle's-
right?
Oh, no, there's a clacker right here on the ground.
Yeah.
You can pick up.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna let him not take it. I mean, that's free real estate.
I don't know if they know that it's there. I was.
see it. Oh,
Yeah.
Mega Man should have noticed it. Nope, nothing.
Nice.
Not even. Nope. There you go. Wow.
Oh, that hurt. Oh my
Oh.
god, that was the fattest throw of 2022 already.
Oh no. So you hate to see it, chat. You hate to see it.
I came back for 30 seconds and they're already killing themselves.
Oh no.
God,
That
don't let it
is
end like
an-
that. Not like that, Kitoura.
Oh.
Come on, you've done.
You know what? It's tied. We're on
Yeah.
Nimrod trigger, which
Yeah.
we just saw last round.
Yeah.
And now, what is going to happen here? And do you think we're going to see the same strat of just like wildly running through, just like?
I don't think that we're gonna see that here from the Kitoura guys. Honestly, that's gonna probably put a giant hole in their sail. That was.
yeah.
They were feeling themselves probably for a little bit there, and now it's like, oh my god, you actually. It depends. It totally depends on the synergy of the team here, because if Dylan did that and it was like, oh crap, I'm so sorry, and Merch is like, oh, it's fine, just play it out, we'll be fine. Then okay, there's a little bit of stability there. If it's, why the hell did you just blow me up? We're trying to figure this out, and give me 30 seconds to get away from the door before I don't know, you blow me up. That is a whole different energy that gets brought into the team. The synergy gets a bit wonky, and I mean, we've seen these guys come back from goofier meme stuff before, but yeah, they're already. You can see just based off of this conversation, they're worried about picks. They're afraid that the Yaokuza team is going to try and do something cheeky to capitalize on this situation here.
Yeah, and they have the all reason to do that.
Absolutely.
And this is definitely down to, at this point within the round here and within the game and within the whole matchup here. Whoever wins this next round is at match point and series and game point. They have been tied all the way. This is going to go all the way. Now, who wins this round is going to come down to purely execution. I think we're going to see a good strat here called out from ultimately Kitoura. Yakuza, though, are in a good spot to counter it, but will they get it executed completely from the defensive side? I don't know. This is going to be a long one. Looks like somebody's not putting down their barbed wire there. Tommy, a little bit slow to the draw there, or perhaps holding off for now.
I think. Oh no, there he goes. He's gonna throw it in freezer.
There
yeah.
you go. Finally
Okay.
gets in position there. A little bit delayed, but that is just fine as long as you're in time. And here we go. Here's the setup. He's on the outside. The rest of the team, they're stacking up. There you go. The charge. Kind of dropped it on the side there, slapped it on the door, and said, "Here we go. Whenever you're ready to rock it and go." Now, last time, you got to be careful on this angle here. We saw them break through the green door and then ultimately get picked from the cross there by, I believe, by Jet on the other side there. So it is a little bit risky there, but they have to keep it closed for now. Flog in a good spot as well in arcade.
Very defensive play here with Photon and Ghetto all the way in the back here of Tellers. It looks like they're gonna kind of just let the attackers work their way through here. Good. Oh no, good flash. I was gonna say good flash, but Tommy doesn't actually get hit that hard. Here comes Photon with the auto shotty, and yeah, it looks like they want to try and clear freezer, bathroom, and then get to fridges. But with Photon in his position and with Tommy with the knack, that is a lot of damage that they could eat.
Good. Yeah, they needed to get that spray down in, and they blocked him off. Oh, nice shots there into Merchant. Definitely going to be taking a few golds from his coin, I'm sure. Merchant there has to try and go around there. Good Molotovs from the defenders have really pushed off that top push, and there on the bottom, another good Molotov. They're forcing the team to play their way, which is going to give them more time to flank around and do what they need to. But Merchant's pushed through. He's going all in, all the way through. Oh. There you go. Trades back and forth.
He's still alive?
Still in the lead. And there you go. Finally. Oh, there. Merchant is still alive. Yeah, Tommy takes down Rush to the side. Dylan pushing through. But no, Ghetto says you're denied. It's all down to Merchant. Still alive in the corner there. The rest of his team, unfortunately, flanked and taken out. It's up to Merchant to win the clutch. Gets the first kill on the Ghetto. Can he get the second kill on Tiga Man? He's running again.
Whoa!
Tommy.
Hang on. Hang on.
Merchant is still in the fight.
Oh, he finds him!
Yeah, he gets the clutch.
Oh, mama, don't call him out just yet.
What? Merchant.
Oh, the fattest clutch. Oh my god, I can't take this, dude. I have to go play my game in 4 minutes. Oh my god, he did it.
Goodness.
Oh my.
What?
From cringe to Pog.
Wait. He ran all the way into here.
Yeah.
Hung out for like a minute
Yeah.
before his teammates died.
Yeah.
Then runs out,
Yeah.
guns out, and just smokes.
Yeah.
They had him tracked down to fridges in the bathroom. They should have gotten the kill.
Yeah.
Yet he was able to take down Tommy.
Yeah.
180s.
Yeah.
What just happened?
That is
Hello?
called the
Yaokuza?
Merchant Pog moments. Yo, Golden Clacker, where you at? Get this man an award. Oh my God, Merchant just clawed the team after getting blown up
Wow.
by Dylan. He says, no, sir. I got to get my kills from the previous round too. And he cashes that check in at the most critical time. Oh my God. And I guarantee you, that just hyped up the Kitoura team. If they were feeling themselves a little bit there, they just bounced back and they are gunning for it. Yaokuza is probably shaking right now. They're like, okay, hang on. At best they can do now is tie. At best.
Wow. What a crazy conclusion to this game. It's been back and forth, but wow. 4K clutch. I mean, even now on Operation Pigpoint, I mean, the hogs are going loose on this round.
Let the hogs go.
They're gonna go all the way. This is gonna be a fast. I'm guessing maybe split push once again on. I'm guessing Beach and Pit. But I almost wonder if top side push here and Beach could be good too, because then you have fast access towards the jungle here and try and take down the sniper. So I can see go either way. Let's see what they have to go for strats. Looks like they're gonna go for the Pit push instead. Still pretty standard, at least to what we saw last time. But yeah, this is gonna be good. This is the round to watch. Oh, this is going to be real nice and spicy. We are seeing good strats, though, called up by Ghetto, looking to hold off that angle. They're aware that there's probably a player pushing this side, and if they are going to be pushed there, where are they going to go to back up? My guess is probably push to this side here. Maybe go on the backside flank there, but a lot of things they can do, but a lot is on this round here. And good barbed wire being executed here by a player. Not who it is, but that's still going to be very, very big. This is an important spot here. This little corner is vital to the defensive forces here.
Absolutely. And Mop on Taiga, man. Saber on Jet. I mean, it's... It's going to come... these Saber battles are going to be... The Saber Mop battle is going to be extremely crucial. Here we go for, potentially, the winning round for Kitoura to bring this 1-1 series into a 2-1 in a reversal of my original prediction, or alternatively, to go 1-1-1 on, or one team wins, one team loses, and then a complete tie. It's gonna get spicy.
This is the battle of the ages here. Flog is on the top side. On the other side, though, Tigaman is in the mop, hiding out in the jungle there, looking to get some kills there. Perhaps see what Dylan and the rest of the team can do for Kitoura. But it is all down to this. There is nothing left in this matchup. It's do or die. Who's winning it? Who's tying it? What's going to happen here? So far, it's slow peaks. Nobody looking to make any big mistakes just yet. Oh, but Flog will get the pick up on the Merchant on the side. That ends your clutch player from last round. Just looking to try and clear things up here. It is a 4-stack on the Beach breach here. All eco, and it's going to be a tough one to come back from. Let's see what they can do here. They still have opportunities. Dylan is looking to hold that off. Jet looking to support his player there, allowing them to push through and push into the base. They're going to go for the base push. They're going to skip the pit anyways. So yeah, we need to go for that pitiful play there. Here goes Flago pushing up alongside Muse as well. Oh, Muse taking shots there from Ghetto, but still is in the fight. Jet trying to clear it up against Tigaman, and Ghetto is facing two players at once. Dylan, though, get the pick on the Ghetto. Danger close. But Photon on the top side still alive.
Floggle's still alive.
Floggle, get the double kill onto Dylan and Jet, and get the third on the Roach. It's all down to Muse. It's the comeback from Yaokuza. Muse low on health. A little bit low on health. Still has a flashbang. Has the AP. It's Muse with the clutch up. Can he get the kill on the Floggle?
Oh my God, he still can't. He's not dead yet.
He's still
finally
kill the Floggle. Finally, but low on health. 3v1. Muse with the KR. It is Tomy, Photon, and Tigaman. Photon half health. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Muse, can he clutch?
23 HP, make that one.
Oh, a lot of health. Oh no, 1 HP in a dream. Can he come up clutch? It's do or die, and there you go. Tigaman with the one shot ties it up. We are going to overtime.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow. That was nuts. And I hate to be that guy, Shark, but you're gonna have to cast this absolute game shaker here.
OT, we're doing OT, and then we're going straight into the next game. That's how it goes, you know. It's back-to-back action here in due process. That is what we like to see. Wow, what a conclusion! Well, almost conclusion there. We're still not done. These teams still have to battle out to see who's winning to move on to the tournament here. So they're not done yet. These teams are still fighting after an amazing comeback.
That was nuts. But
Wow.
holy.